If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I've piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Why, hello, and welcome back to Exodus Session 7, according to my calculations.
God, someone knows.
And
Been a long time.
It has been nearly, or maybe a little more than 3 months since we played.
3 months.
It was only supposed to be 2, because I listened to the last episode yesterday, or I watched the last episode yesterday, and it says, yeah, we'll be back in about 8 weeks. More like 12. All right. So, who wants to do the synopsis?
I think you volunteered.
Okay, all right.
You already said that.
As you just said, you watched the last episode yesterday.
So you guys had already left Caliban and were headed back to Sol.
So, just for those of people who might not remember, what is Caliban?
Caliban was the planet where they had the
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
silicone-based life forms.
Okay.
One of which was showing something similar, something that might be sapience.
Okay.
Right.
It was an insect.
Independential, hive-mindy kind of situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys got the horribly dangerous nanobots out of Toshiro Yamoto, the first lead guitar player for Chromatic.
No, that was the type of music he was playing. It was something fusion. It was hydrogen fusion.
Boiling hydrogen.
Boiling hydrogen.
Boiling
Aha!
hydrogen. And he was taken out by this nanobot that killed him. And so you guys took his remains and 2 or 3 sample boxes where they had isolated them to see if they could kill it, and they realized they couldn't. So
And the doctor that was with them.
and the doctor who showed you the stuff, and then you left in your fancy jump to ship, making your way back to Earth.
Because we got an upgrade.
You got an upgrade,
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Yes.
and you
And late. And you got followers. I remember
yes.
that now.
That I remember.
Yep.
and you stopped by Dolan's Peak, which is also known as SCR 1845-6357, as you probably remember.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, right. Wow.
That old
now that you bring that
chestnut.
up, yeah.
And noticed that there was a naval science vessel there. There's probably only 3 or 4 of them in the whole fleet, and there's one parked, like, kind of away from the planet by a nearby gas giant, in orbit around a nearby gas giant. And so you just kind of saw it and went, they're probably doing what we think they're doing, because there was a semi-sapient species on that planet that also had a hive sort of thing to it. So you arrive at Earth, realize that you have just brought a dangerous nanotechnology to the most populated planet in known human space, decided to leave your spaceship near the outer planets and take a shuttle in, because you were being too subtle for your boss to understand what you were trying to say.
Our boss is also an idiot.
Not the sharpest tack in the drawer. And you arrive and go through a whole bunch of niceties trying to figure out a way to tell them these things without them being overheard. And then one of you asked if there was Stork asked if there was a code word to say, we need to talk about something super, super secret. Let's go someplace where we can't get overheard. And it was, you have my full attention. That was the code phrase.
Oh my God.
So one of you, very adeptly, I think it was you, wheedles that into the conversation, and then he is just getting ready to eat his dim sum for lunch, and now he's got to get a to-go box. So then he takes you to one of their Faraday boxes on 4 or 5 floors up, and you tell him everything that's going on, and then he calls in the wolf.
The wolf?
The wolf.
That's all you had to say.
Right. Can we go around and introduce our characters? I think that'd be
Sure.
helpful.
Okay.
Wait, can we wait till he's done?
Oh, are you I thought you were done.
No, we still got
We
more.
still have to go to the. We have to go to the other.
Tons of
You
stuff
they
happened
turned
after
away
that.
like you were finished.
No, I was
sorry.
drinking a little bit of my Diet Coke because
Oh.
I took a nap. I shouldn't have taken a nap.
Oh, I see.
Naps are never the problem. It's waking up that's the problem.
Yeah.
I
It
was
is.
just testing to see if all of you knew he wasn't done. So let's go.
So then you end up. He gives you the name Dr. Hutchinson, and he gives you jump coordinates that are reasonably close. They're only like a. Whoa! What was that? I heard a.
Yeah, I heard a
real-
weird.
Oh, I just muted my thing.
Oh, maybe okay. I gotta see if I can get quieter mute buttons.
Yeah.
Because they're clicky.
Yeah.
And he gave you jump coordinates that were only like a light year and a half away. Not even nowhere near a star system. Empty space. So you go back to the ship. You sort of, and he also tells you to come up with a story, because he informs you that it is in fact a felony for you to have transported this stuff, according to the nanotechnology accords. So you, the story you come up with is to basically throw the doctor that you took with you from Caliban under the bus.
Nicely, we placed him under the bus.
Well, it started nice, and then it turned
You know
into veiled
what?
threats.
We totally gently laid him under that bus.
Yes, at first, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm under a bus. You should stay there, huh?" And that's kind of how the conversation went.
I mean, like you do.
It's a lot safer in the short term, at least, for you to stay under that bus. So
We gave him a pillow and a blanket, and
Right.
fine.
It's for the greater good.
So he said he would do it, but he wasn't happy about it. So you all make it, and then you tell everyone else the story, which was basically he was hiding from you the fact that you were carrying nanotechnology. You had a request that the body be brought back because the publicist had
Yeah.
power of attorney. So you were bringing the body back basically at his request to his family. And the story is that the doctor did not divulge to you that he died from a nanotechnology infection. So that was basically the story you guys came up with. Everyone on the ship is good with it.
It's like the flimsiest. It's the flimsiest.
But it's what you got.
yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't really matter anyway, because once we
Rare
went
earth magnets.
to the laboratory, the out around Pluto, right?
Oh no, it's out past the Oort cloud.
Okay.
It's like it's almost in between Sol and Proxima Centauri. It's like a light year and a half, and it was, I believe it was called Deep Space Research DSRS. Is that right? Is that correct?
Could be.
Gamma. I believe that's what it was called. DSRS Gamma. Let me just
Which
double.
means there should be an alpha, beta, delta out there somewhere too.
That would be implied. DSRS Gamma. You get there. There's 2 Ustas frigates there. They're definitely Ustas ships, but they don't have any normal military markings on them. They don't have naval markings on them. There's also a bunch of like little pods. There's like 2 spires that come off of the station. There's little pods on the top and the bottom spires. And you immediately get a threatening message saying, "Who are you and why are you here? You're going to get fired upon if you don't explain yourself right away." So you give the name of the doctor. They put you on hold, and the doctor comes and talks to you briefly, and they allow you to dock. Then they take you off the ship and put you in isolation chambers. Then they go and they sweep your ship, and they take the stuff off your ship, and then they sweep it. Your ship is all clear. You're taken out of the isolation quarantine, and then the 4 of you go into Hutchinson's office, and then start having a discussion about. And she basically tells you, yes, we've had this stuff here before, because what you have is a nanotechnology that humans are not at this point capable of making, because it's a quantum level nanotechnology that's being encased and sort of controlled by human-made nanotechnology. So someone is adapting this alien technology that she says came from Elder Star Alpha, because they had samples of it themselves. And you are but basically, someone is trying to weaponize this stuff in some way, and have it be somewhat controllable. And then a bunch of klaxons go off, and she goes to her communicator, and someone in the lab section where they've got all of those samples that you've got says that the sort of outer nano shell of these quantum nanobots all simultaneously failed at the same time. And I think that's where we left.
Yeah.
So there's klaxons going off, and they're screaming. You can hear screaming coming through the bulkheads. There are people who are very, very scared.
And we're still standing next to Dr. Hudson.
You're in her office,
Yeah.
which is basically just down. It's like your ship is here, and there's like a gangway that leads to the sort of the main hub of the station, and her office is like right off the side of it. And then there's of course several levels to the station itself. But somewhere in there, this thing got loose, and you're hearing a lot of very tense people.
So basically, the nano part of the quantum failed.
Yes. Yeah, the human-made part, the sort of fail-safe to keep it sort of in check, is gone.
And she said that, right?
Yes. She just went to called to the.
Did that fail on the samples you had here before us?
We didn't have any stuff. We should leave.
Yes.
We should introduce our characters.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Now you can introduce your characters.
Okay.
I guess I will go first. I'm Kimi, and I'm playing Riley O'Connor. And I need to remember how to do an Irish accent because it's been a few months since I've done that.
So far so good.
Okay. I'm human, and I'm from Terran, and I am basically a cult leader. A cult leader in training. I'm trying really hard to build a cult or a following around my ancient artifact that I believe in, that I believe has superpowers and will save humanity or something.
You're at the revival tent level right now.
Yeah, right now. Barely. Barely. Very small revival tent.
Did you hear about that guy in, I don't know if he's from Mexico or Central America? Mm-hmm. The cult leader? Or
No.
he's not a cult, he's a televangelist.
Yeah.
His brother ended up turning him in, and they ended up arresting him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got money hidden freaking everywhere. Yeah. Stupid rich.
Nice. So, the difference is Riley actually does believe in her artifact. And I actually
right,
have
you
an artifact.
Alien artifact.
Yeah. Which I blew all my workout video money on, that I was rich beyond your wildest expectations. And blew it all to buy this stupid artifact. But I don't think it's stupid. I think it's very powerful. Yep. That's it.
I'm Joey, and I'm playing Milo Hawkins. I'm human from the Procene EU colonies. I am very British and very proper, and like to keep it that way. Thank you very much. I am an ex-ambassador or ex-diplomat, now working for the Exodus Foundation, trying to navigate social interactions for people who can't. Looking at the rest of the table.
Hey.
Pooja and my character went to college together, that's how we know each other, and you were a bodyguard for me at some point,
Yeah.
which is great. And then, I don't remember how we met. But yeah,
Probably in a bar.
it's quite possible. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
it's my job to keep this ragtag team from going completely off the rails, and I'm really bad at that job.
Hi, I'm Stork. I'm playing Vesa Simola. He's an ex-marine, ex-scout, ex-citizen. Yeah, I failed out of everything, so I got a lot of like 1 year tours, or 1 4 year, whatever.
Shocking.
So yeah, shock. Yeah, there we go. He has a penchant for Hawaiian shirts. He's just trying to get some money
And
so he
homemade
can
liquor.
retire. Yes, so he can retire to some beach planet.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I'm playing Shari Melnyk. I am an ex-intelligence agent who, I got people scattered around the universe, and I would say that so far my major goal is to make sure that my fellow party members don't tell everyone everything, thus getting us all killed.
Picky,
where no one could ever find the remains. I don't know if I'm doing a great job of my job either.
But we're trying.
That's what matters, right?
I still have an ally I haven't used yet.
And I'm Stu, I'm GMing.
Who?
So you guys, so she gets up, she like hits a couple keys in her terminal, pulls out a little like memory stick, and then heads for the door. And she's heading for your ship.
I mean,
That was my recommendation.
we're right there.
Yeah.
We're right there, or at least I am, because
Yeah.
And you kind of come out, and there's like the gangway, the airlock to the gangway's open still, because there are people moving, like scanning equipment out of your ship, but there's people rushing around all over the place, and the ship is kind of shuddering as escape pods are leaving. So you run up the gangplank, and there's
While we're running, can I message over to the ship to get Ethan to start the ship going so that we're not waiting for the ship to warm up?
okay,
We'll
yeah.
get there.
Plane, Jock! Start the plane!
Exactly.
And he says, "I'm already on it. I heard it."
We're good.
do we have Emil with us?
Oh, the
Emil Torres, the
Do
doctor.
we have our doctor? Do we have our under the bus? Did we take him out from under the bus and bring him with us?
He might. I mean, he's probably. Weren't they talking about?
They offered him a position.
they're
I
gonna-
think
a
they did.
permanent job.
He's probably not. He's probably not on your ship, and he's probably in HR or whatever their equivalent is.
Well, hopefully HR's got escape pods.
So you make it onto your ship, and you get up to the bridge, and Two Crows is like, "This is bad," and you can literally see, because you're kind of on one of these sort of gangways that kind of jut out from the station, and you can see that like the underside of the station, presumably where that lab is starting to sort of deform at an alarmingly rapid rate.
Because these things convert matter into energy, right?
You've never seen what they do when they're not being controlled.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, literally the ship is starting to sort of deform. Not like it's decompressing, so it's like collapsing on itself, but it's literally like sort of curling up, and things are sort of shifting. It's as you know, whatever sort of steel struts now suddenly becomes gray sludge. Things just sort of kind of move, and it's happening at an alarming rate.
So
In
it's
fact,
kind of melting.
kind of, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good analogy for it. Yes, it's like, except it's not glowing red, but it looks like it's becoming liquid metal. And you see some of almost all of the escape pods on the lower spire. Some of them have already leaving, but they're also starting to sort of twist and deform as things are going. And you're hearing on the comms, you're hearing all kinds of pleas for help.
Oh God.
It's so many you can't even discriminate them. And it's basically at the point he points it out to you, it's already on starting to affect the upper half of the main hub.
Okay.
So it's-
Less looking, more running.
Two Crows, turn that comm off and let's get the hell out of here.
I'm not sure the knots become part of that sludge. Thank you very much.
So
This is Space Station Gamma. This is Dr. Hudson.
DSRS Gamma.
DSRS Gamma. Is there an Alpha, Beta, and Delta somewhere nearby?
They're not nearby, but kind of.
Should we go there?
We have to make sure something happens first.
Okay, you're going to dust off and blow up from orbit? Do you really think blowing it up is a good idea? It looks like it's doing a good job on its own. I don't want to scatter these to the winds. Do you?
I need to get a hold of a security person.
We have a minute at most.
Go ahead and detach. Go
Okay.
ahead and detach and get and start getting away.
I'm going to follow those orders. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to start locking everything down.
Okay. and then up. No, are you going back to engineering or?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're going to engineering, you pass by two of the security officers from the station that have a box, and they're like, "What the hell?" And it's a enlisted man and a like a lieutenant,
Oh no.
and they're like, "What the hell just happened?"
What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's scanning equipment. It says scanning
Thank
equipment.
God.
It's not going to filter us everything. Okay.
The bots are coming from inside the house. Oh, you're the one there. Who's on the
Let's
bridge?
hear. No time to explain now. Drop the box. Any of you guys good at engineering? Any skills? Anyone mechanic? You come with me. You with the gun? Go up to the bridge and help out up there. You come with me.
He follows you, and she goes running up to the bridge.
I hope I have engineering. Don't I have engineering? I have some.
I hope you have
I
engineering.
hope so.
You're our engineer.
Yeah. I thought I did.
You probably have it at
ABC
0.
Engineer. I have it at 0. Yeah.
That tracks.
All right. So up on the bridge,
Actually, I have education.
the lieutenant from the security force comes on board. Oh no, different one. Never mind. She comes up on board and she says, "Can I have a status report of what's going on?"
Containment breach. Emergency evacuation. All hands on deck. Getting out as quickly as we can.
Does anyone know of any security personnel higher rank than I that got off?
Hutchinson would be the person to ask.
Yeah, not that we're really aware.
She doesn't know either.
Yeah, well, we just got here.
Who's piloting? You're piloting?
I can run investigation if we need
She
it.
goes over to it. Okay, well, she goes to the astrogation station, and like on the little number pad or something, or like a little notepad, digital notepad, she puts in some coordinates.
Okay.
This is the lieutenant, not the doctor, and she says, "Can you take us there, please? It's quite urgent."
Whoever's there.
It's jump coordinates that are very close. I'm sorry, it's not jump coordinates. It's just a vector, and
That's
without
all
a
well and
distance.
good, but I don't want to go. I don't want to
It's away from the station.
away from the station. But what if your plan 0 is in event of containment breach, everyone gets ported to the nearest star? Where are we going? Before I take us there.
That's our containment breach protocol is there. I can't say more, I'm sorry. But it's incredibly urgent that I get there as soon as possible.
Are we all going to die? If we go to this place, are they going to kill us all?
If it's not already too late, no, you won't.
Okay, great. That's really all I need.
Is the doctor there?
Yes.
I'm not.
She's
Never mind.
She's actually looking a little confused.
Well, she was the one who said she needed to find a security personnel. Was this not what it was for?
I don't remember when did she say she needed to find a security personnel. Oh, she needed to contact a security personnel. Yes. Now she's not worried about that now. But this protocol is not.
It's not her thing.
I think
Not-
she's assuming that she's now the highest ranking security personnel. Yeah.
Right. And as you guys are vectoring away, the two frigates, they're starting to deform as well. They did not detach in time.
Yeah, well, you know.
There's about, at this point, if you were to turn the comms back on, there's 9 channels open of people who seem to have survived. Or pods.
Good work, Two Crows. The why Two Crows is now our chief engineer as well. I don't know.
No, he watches the bridge when you guys leave.
Yeah.
I know, it's
He's your
just
science
so funny.
medical guy.
He's everywhere.
He's our Scotty. It's fine.
He's great. It's perfect. I love him.
He's your bones too.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's really our Spock.
And he's
Just
Spock.
remember Spock to do everything.
I mean, really, couldn't everyone in the end he's our number 2?
Yes.
In any case, let's go. I'm assuming I'm going to have to make a. Let's not all die. That's
Your target number is a 4.
okay, good, because that's a 9.
Okay, all right. So you start in that vector, and you're at 1 or 2 G acceleration, whatever the ship's capable of, and she's kind of watching your station, and she says, she gives you a time and says, flip and burn in 18 seconds, because you have to accelerate and then decelerate.
I was like, I don't know what these things mean.
We're in space. Yes. You have thrust, and then you have to go to the other and decelerate. Otherwise, you're going to blow past whatever it is you're trying to get to.
Great. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Because
My character
that
would
makes
know
sense.
to do that.
because my
Yes.
character would know a lot
Absolutely.
more about what any of this means than I do.
So, and there is a strange-looking vessel. That has no-
Strange how?
It basically is sort of a sphere with like four thrust engines on the back of it, and then it's sort of like bristling with any former naval personnel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
Marine.
mean, I did. Oh, you mean that? I was like, I did several years on the last ship.
They look like missile launchers, but they're different. They're bigger. But
And
it's
is
got a
that-
lot of them. It's got like 80 or 100 of them.
They're giant Gauss guns.
No, they look like missile launchers, but they're larger. But because most missiles aren't that big, these look like they must be huge.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of them. It's basically sort of like the whole circumference.
It's a battle ball.
It's just covered with them. It's a battle ball. Yeah.
We can't use Death Star. It's already been
Right.
trademarked.
Testicle.
A tactical testicle. It's a tactical.
It's ruined now. It's ruined.
It's better. It's better.
It's a testicle.
I'm sorry. I was just sitting here like so glad that it doesn't look like a puzzle box
Yeah.
from Hellraiser, which was my first thought
Yeah.
when you said odd. I was like,
You've been playing too many horror games recently, haven't you?
my life is a horror game.
So who's at my station? Is it the doctor or is it the security?
It's the lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
The,
Okay.
the security lieutenant.
We can just ask her. Any idea where we are? Which is this place?
That's our containment breach protocol. You can dock with it, or if you prefer not to, we can get in vac suits. And
Have you seen this type of ship before? What do we expect in there?
that is our way of containing what's happening.
You know like 3 words, don't you?
4. I'm sorry, that's classified.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't it be 6? You should know your name and your
Serial
number.
I'm sorry, that's classified. And then she gets on her comm and calls the guy who's helping you, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Well, here, take these with you. As I'm loading up with vac suits.
Okay, all right.
Take them back to the bridge with you.
You're not gonna go that easy.
Those are expensive. Don't give away our back suit.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
not.
I think he's bringing up our vac suits
Yes.
No.
to us.
Oh.
well, okay.
I would hope.
Yes.
You guys have like vac suit lockers in various places on the ship.
Yeah.
You don't have like the bridge. There's some on the bridge. If things go sideways, it's like, oh, we're going to abandon the bridge and all go run away somewhere and change.
I'd like to think of each like. It's like you have your good vac suit, and then you have your like in case of emergency vac suit, and then you have your like. My good vac suit is like getting cleaned, so it's like the secondary vac suit.
The
It's
washing day vac suit.
Yeah. So,
Laundry day vac suit.
The ones with sentimental purpose, like the one that the squirrel bit through, that's like duct tape on mine now.
Right.
so yeah, like it's not that we couldn't use other vac suits; it's that
Just
these
more
are
practiced.
Right.
our vac suits.
So he comes up and dumps a bunch of vac suits, and he looks at the ship and he's like, and the two of them, she says, "Which way is the airlock?"
Well, it's that way.
Okay, and they leave, and they go to the airlock, and they steal 2 of your vac suits. You have a lot of them. You got like
Yeah.
50.
Okay.
They can use the like in case of emergency vac suits.
Yeah, well,
like,
they are.
Whatever.
The standard issue.
I mean, should we dock with them? It might be safe. Should we dock with them? It might be safer if we're actually attached to whatever that thing is.
Yes, but if this is where they're containing this stuff, if that also fails, do you want to risk having to detach again?
I don't think that they'd store them here. I think she's going to point to the giant torpedo tubes. I think that is what they mean by containment. I think they're blowing it to smithereens with whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a fish tank.
Well,
If it's going to be shooting, I'd rather be in it than in front of it.
true. It would be harder for them to miss us if we're on them. I know what I said.
Not my experience, but whatever you think.
Okay, sure. You want to let the...
Yeah, let the doctor know.
I know 4 words now.
Well, they're already gone.
That will dock.
Well, they went down to the...
They went to the-
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming it's going to take...
All right, so I'll page down to the air dock area.
Okay.
We've decided to dock with the station, so unless you feel like going on a free swim, we'd be more than happy to carry you the rest of the way.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Fine.
It's the lieutenant, and she says, "Please be gentle when you dock."
We always are. Looking directly at Shari.
Never going to live it down. Never. I'm like, well, I'll try. My nerves are a little shot.
And Hutchinson is still on the bridge, and she's like, "If that's what I think it is, you really want to be gentle."
No
what
pressure.
do you think it is?
I've only heard rumors.
And what all those rumors. Now is not the time for gaps in our knowledge.
They're pretty certain this is.
It's a 5.
It's a routine thing.
It's docking. It's
Right.
not. It's like, I mean, despite past occurrences.
What do you have a Dex mod?
She did. She added it.
No, yeah, like I have a dex mod of 0, but I have a +1 pilot
okay,
spacecraft, so if that's what I'm...
It is a 5.
So it's a 5.
All right.
It's not like the incident, which
You're
was
not-
Snake Eyes.
It wasn't the most gentle of dockings.
Whatever, I'm nervous because people keep talking to me about, like, unknown things and won't give me actual information.
And Hutchinson is like more nervous than you are. as you like actually dock, she's like,
If you could step back from my 6, maybe things would go more smoothly. Your breath is not the most pleasant smell on this ship.
she takes a step back.
What's that red light mean?
And you
flashing?
and you see the red light go off that says your airlock is open, and then you see a green light that says all clear.
I'm going to come back up now in my vac suit with a beer. What did we hit this time? The whole
Oh,
ship shook.
It was a gentle tap. It was a gentle tap.
Oh my god, it's a deathnicle. What have you found? That's a lot of big missile tubes.
Yep.
So you guys are like probably a light minute away from the station.
Okay.
Which is a long way, but you can't certainly can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But over the comms, you're being hailed.
Yep.
Yes, hello. This is the Vanguard. How can we help you?
How are you?
Yeah, this is Lieutenant Burke. We're gonna start operations. You need to get into jump space.
We were told by your security team to come here.
That's me. It's the woman.
Oh!
When you were talking to.
Oh, that was the person.
Oh, okay, that was Lieutenant Burke.
She's like, no shit.
I thought it was Lieutenant Burke, like, of the Deathnicle.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, yes, jump space it is. Anything
To
else we should know?
where?
Any particular place we should go?
Not here. And you can go ahead and detach. But I'm gonna guess you have about 4 or 5 minutes to decide where you're going.
Great.
Hutchinson, do you have the coordinates to...
Space station.
Alpha, beta, gamma, or delta?
But
Well, it's Gamma.
We don't want to go to Delta.
Oh.
You think we're
any
sticklers?
Any of the ones that might be more sympathetic to
Well,
our
there's
situation?
2 of them are empty.
Let's go there.
They're in mothballs. But they're security bots.
That you have the codes to?
No.
Oh.
But they're decommissioned. But there's still valuable equipment there that we might use one day. So there's.
Somebody call Burke on our way out and let her ask her if she has any of the security codes to get in there.
No, we have. I can give you the coordinates.
Yeah, but the security codes turn the bots off.
I don't.
What are we hoping?
Well, you're in contact with her right now.
Lieutenant Burke, we are hoping to dock at either Space Station Alpha or Beta. Do you happen to have security codes in which to deprogram the security bots that may still be active there? We'd like to not get blown up after having survived this harrowing experience.
You would need someone one rank higher than I.
Is there no one there on that ship that is one rank higher than you that can give us these codes?
There is myself and the able-bodied spaceman who came here with me. There's no one else. We're the crew.
There's no one else on board the ship.
No.
Should
It's
we-
big too. It's like 1,000-ton displacement, 1,200-ton displacement. It's a big ship. It's not like a capital ship, but it's big.
Are you telling me that none of the other pods, none of the escape pods are...
Oh, they were out there, back that way, but they're not pilotable. They just kind of get you away.
I have a feeling this is a one-way trip.
Are they all gonna die?
You're asking
Burke?
Burke?
Are they all gonna die?
I think they might be. I think maybe we should head back to Terra and just figure out what's happening.
I don't feel like Terra would be the best place to find out what's happening.
Well, it's probably better than an empty space station.
And it'll be the place we'll have the most information coming at us the quickest.
So you said on the comms there's like 9 open comms that like people have survived in their escape pods?
Yeah, well, there's comm channels open for 9 escape pods. There may be more than 9 people, because each one probably holds 4.
Okay.
But who knows? Someone gets on them and doesn't want to wait. You know.
It's basically the Titanic, except without,
Right.
all the warning.
And a band.
And okay.
So the vessel that they got on is now underway. It's now headed back towards the station.
That's a one-way trip, isn't it? They're gonna suicide this thing. That's a kamikaze run.
I don't know what it is, but we should get the fuck out of here.
This is true, but I would like to know if any of the if we just need what's one rank higher than lieutenant?
Oh.
Captain.
Thank you. If we just need a captain, is there a captain on the comms?
The naval, for anyone out there listening, not Army, just saying.
Is there a captain on the comms?
No. Everyone on comms are scientists.
Okay.
But
Like-
there may be a captain on Terra.
Could be. Okay. Then let's set a course for Terra.
Best of luck. Vanguard over and out. All right. What, Doctor?
We might want to. We can fuel, and I don't know if going back to Terra right now is necessarily a good idea.
Oh.
How likely is someone going to be like waiting there to just kill us as soon as we get there?
I don't know for sure.
But your best guess?
Well, my concern is, I'm wondering if that sort of shell over these quantum bots may have been designed sort of like a Schrodinger's effect.
You mean it was a Trojan horse?
Possibly. What I'm wondering, because they were doing a very specific scan on these things that most labs don't have the capacity to do.
So someone sent them in as kind of a
Trojan horse?
A Trojan horse. Yes, exactly what I had already said.
Yeah.
The thing I'm wondering is if there was somebody within the vicinity that had a button that.
Well,
They would be programmed to what I think
Maybe.
she's saying is that they were programmed. Her suspicion is that they were programmed to shut off once the scan was performed.
I understand. One of two things happened. They were either programmed to do it, or somebody did it live.
Well, if someone did it live, they're going to be dead, so we don't have to worry about them anymore.
if someone did it live, they would have to be on this ship, because I don't think anyone on our station would have done this, because it very well could have meant their death.
I've met zealots before, but yes, I know what you're saying.
I
But
don't
then
think it's
it's
nice to talk about Riley that way.
I didn't steal anything with the bots.
All right.
Just gonna glare.
So let's assume then that someone had programmed it to go off during the scan. People who would profit from that would be someone who knows that this organization exists and wants to get rid of them because they are overseeing and potentially the only antidote to whatever virus, nanobot virus, they are creating. This leads me back to who put the bots in Shiro in the first place.
See, I think Terra might be dangerous, but I think it's going to be where the answers are.
Can I ask a question real quick? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm looking back over my notes from before. I have a note about Arthur Pena.
Arthur Pena works for
He's
Eurobotics.
the 2NT board member of Eurobotics.
Yeah.
But I don't know what 2NT is about.
2NT. 2N is in Nancy, T is in Tom.
Is it ZNT?
Oh, ZNT.
It's ZNT.
Yeah.
Zada
Neoterra.
Neoterra.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. But also, why did I write this name?
He was one of the people who, according to like social media accounts of there was a reception before the band left for Caliban. Mm-hmm. He was there, and he also he's one of the people that you identified who would have reason for this
he was
concert
the
to not be
person-
successful.
He was one of the people that we thought might be behind injecting the nanobots
Possibly,
into.
yes, because he did have physical contact with him, and he talked with him for a brief period of time.
Okay.
And we didn't we make a connection? This is again sort of out of character, just catching up. Didn't we make a connection between some corporation and the planet that these nanotech was discovered on?
No. Well, Eurobotics is a nanotechnology company. They make nanobots.
Okay.
Mostly medical. Well, at this point, exclusively medical. And that's why I think that's why it pointed towards this guy, because he's on the board for both. He's on the board for Zada Neoterra, which is the company that is doing the terraforming on Caliban, and the band Boiling Hydrogen is trying to get that stopped. That's why they're doing the concert. And also, he works for, or he's on the board of Eurobotics, which is a nanotech company. So I think, that was it. It was like motive, opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks. Sorry.
No,
Derail.
that guy's
No,
important.
yeah, that was an important recap.
This is the only name that hasn't come up yet.
If you could at least, the equipment I'm going to need to continue my research is going to be on DSRS alpha or beta.
I'm personally not a big fan of going back to Terra, where all the machinations could come to a head and we could lose our ship and lose our livelihood. And who knows if this nanotech is already there? I don't really want to go back, find out, and then have to try to get out of the lion's jaw. I'd rather get on the space station and then find out if it's safe to return.
I mean, we just watched a whole space station full of,
I know.
like, falling on itself. No offense, I'm sure you're an amazing scientist. But if you and an entire crew of scientists couldn't keep it safe before, I'm not sure that's just you by yourself doing it's not such a bang-up idea.
I don't have any samples.
We have no nanotech with us.
All I have is scans. I have scans that I need to study.
And
Especially nothing.
yeah, I feel like that would be the best course of action, because then we go back to Terra armed with all the information that we can, rather than
Why are they letting us leave?
What? Why is that? Who letting us leave? The nanotech?
I'm going to point at the testicle.
because no one else is there.
That if that's what I think it is, that's the only way we can contend this.
You want to tell us what you think it is?
Right, but I'm saying, like, there's a possibility, we don't know yet, that we're contaminated as well.
No, you were scanned. You were scanned and you're clear.
We would have been dead by now.
Well, I mean,
Like everyone else who we saw melting into liquid
And they quarantined
mist.
us. And
From the brief reports I got before the station was, or the lab was overtaken, nearly every nanobot that was being observed at the time, the outer shell failed, almost simultaneously.
right.
so we would be dead. If we had nanotech in us, it would have failed and we would be eaten up dead by now.
Thank you for explaining it so slowly so I can understand. That's very helpful. I'm saying these things are tricky.
I'm working this out
But
for
if-
myself here.
But if you're trying to keep like a disease contained, you're not going to just let someone who's been around that you think might not have it just go.
Are
It
you
seems
seriously
weird.
making the case for them to kill us right now?
No, I'm saying that it's a bit suspicious. They're not listening. I'm not telling them, hey, you should kill us too, by the way. But doesn't it seem a bit odd? They're like, we're going to kill everybody who's been here except you guys. Go.
Well,
I don't think they're
I
killing
think that
everybody who's been there.
they are going to kill us if we don't leave soon.
So I say.
What is the thing? I mean, I'm going to set a
That
course for Alpha or Beta,
Okay.
whichever one you want to go to.
She gives you the coordinates for it. That is if my suspicions are correct, that ship is equipped with antimatter weapons. In fact, it has a very large amount of antimatter in the main part of the ship as well, which would be detonated when it is close enough to the station.
So that's a
That will most assuredly kill that quantum.
so that's a suicide run they're doing.
Yes. If this can't get out, it can't. If one particle of that gets to Earth, it might take a couple years for the population to get large enough, but it will turn the entire planet and everyone on it to a gray sludge.
I mean, it'll do exactly what it did to.
Elder Star Alpha.
Thank you. I was like, place that I totally know the name of. Okay. Well,
And the only reason I can say that is because I don't know for sure. If I knew for sure, I would have been read in and be under very strict security protocols.
All right, well, wherever we're going, let's just go there now, because I don't feel like waiting around. As fascinating as that sounds, I don't think I want to actually be around when it happens.
I agree. Let's make sure the sacrifice is not made in vain.
Astrogation?
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Here, I'll give you a hand with that. I got astrogation 1.
Okay.
um,
It's just a
That
plus
gives
one
you-
to my roll?
It gives you an extra dice.
universe
dice.
speed.
And you-
Lieutenant.
No, it does not
It's a
give you an
boon,
extra
is it
dice.
not?
That's not a boon.
Oh.
No, you roll. If you succeed, I think it gives them a +1.
Okay.
I believe that's correct. I'm sorry. What would you ask?
No, I said universe speed, Lieutenant Burke, and unnamed second dude.
The red shirts. So we got boons and banes, multiple tasks, opposed checks.
I think you just get a +1.
Okay, and task chains.
I think it's called helping.
Yeah, I think helping you just get a plus.
Well, I have page 59 written for boon, and I think that might...
Boon is like when the circumstances are like super favorable, you get an extra die and you keep the 2 highest. And
Okay.
then a bane,
Oh, so
you
it's
get
like
an
more
extra and you
like
keep the 2.
damage.
Yeah.
Got it.
Everyone's adding that to their games now.
Eight.
That's a success. So you get a +1.
Plus one. And am I adding education to this or intellect?
In this point, since you're under time pressure, I'd say intellect.
Intellect, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Do you need make you been making a pilot roll for jumps? I don't remember.
It's been 3 months.
I think it was just education checks.
Okay.
I think
all right.
I think pilot was more when you don't have to do jumps.
Got
but
it. Okay.
I was just
Yeah, I'm
so we could
actually,
have repeats of the docking situation.
I actually have it open to the page. Astrogation is a skill for plotting the courses of starships and calculating accurate jumps.
Yeah. All right. So you just before you go into jump space, you start to see these sort of like very bright flashes in the distance, and they're very bright, and then you're in jump space, and you're in jump space for a week. If there's anything anyone wants to do.
More language learning?
yeah, let's finish my Russian off. I'm at 3 of 8 weeks, so I'll do another week. I'm halfway there on Russian. Unless, do we ever figure out, is there any bonus having someone tutor you? Is there any additional?
I don't remember. Look.
So 3 of 8, then, so another week would be 4 of 8, but if she's helping, I don't know. There's.
It was a Marrakesh, not Russian.
No, I finished Marrakesh.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe I was just studying Russian on my own.
I was about to say, because I can't say it to you in Russian.
Okay, then it must have been Russian on my own. So it was before.
And 1 week is 40 times 5? Is that how we're doing this? Or 40 times 7? It's 4.
I have it on my thing. It's under study period. It's weeks blank out of blank. So
Oh. I definitely shouldn't have started with an hours thing on my previous notes then.
well, that's when we thought it
That's
worked
what I
before.
did.
Yeah, and I think towards the last session, with the last chunk, we figured out, oh, if it's, we'll just do it this way.
Well, 8 weeks is 320 hours. And then you add 8 weeks per level after level 1. So every level above that, you need to add another 8 weeks.
I know that's in here somewhere.
So
It definitely is.
What's that, learning?
I would think it would be in the front of the skills section, and I'm just not seeing it.
It might be at the end
Oh, wait.
of the skills section.
okay, so if 8 weeks is 320 hours, then it is 40 hours per week. So I'm just going to do another week in back suit.
Would that be under Carolyn? I wouldn't put it under character creation.
We did
What
look
are you
this up
looking
once.
for?
Just
The rules for this.
for
leveling
learning.
up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember.
Well, what I had written down from before was that it's 8 weeks for level 0, and then you add 8
Oh.
weeks per level after 1.
Okay. I was looking for the how many hours.
And then 8 weeks is 320 hours, therefore every week is 40 hours.
Okay. All right.
Math. I was told there would be no math.
I feel like I got blindsided by the need to do more math, and I resent it.
Well, I actually, because I have it written down here, so I actually got my brewing art done.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yay!
Because we decided it was art, not science. I don't know why.
I have 1 more week in whatever I was training. I'll have to go back and listen.
You at least found your character sheet.
I did. I was panicked this morning. I was like, Stu, you don't have another character sheet, Stu. He's like, no. I was like, okay, no problem.
Yeah. Next.
Just testing.
Next time there's a fair hiatus, probably need to get a photocopy of everyone's character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I've never been more proud of myself that I always knew where this character is.
Yep.
I'm shocked it hasn't happened, but it hasn't
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
I'm actually think I'm going to start learning medic.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
So I'll just sit around and in the going through files with 2 crows.
Mm-hmm.
What's this word mean? What's this word mean? What's this word mean?
During one of the sort of evening bull sessions around in the galley, Dr. Hutchinson says, I've been thinking that stuff may not have come from Elder Star Alpha. I don't know for sure. But there was a guy stationed on our station a couple of years ago. And he was a technologist. He sort of studies the advancement of technology and things like that. And he told me that he had just come off of a very long assignment in Ustas space. And that's where I heard the sort of scuttlebutt about antimatter. And he never came out and said anything specifically, but he kind of led me to the conclusion that he had been stationed on perhaps some sort of alien ship or something, or maybe they found a derelict colony or something. Because what does the Navy need with a technologist? That's a very theoretical field. It really doesn't have any applicability in situations that don't involve something that has to do with a differing level of technology. It's kind of what the field's about.
Yes.
So I don't know, but I think it might be hasty if we assume that this came from Elder Star Alpha. It very well may have, but seeing the Deathticle and such, it makes me wonder.
What was his name?
Cable Mbisi.
Cable. In BC?
Mm-hmm. MBISI. No.
I'll take another sparkling seltzer.
Can I have one of those and a beer? And a beer chaser.
So you're saying that there might be a craft of alien origin that this person spent time on?
Studying. Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, there aren't... I mean, there are xenologists that obviously would have been sent for something like that.
Well, obviously.
But as far as harvesting technology, which I'm sure is something that the Navy would want to do.
Yes.
And he said he was working for the Navy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if they would send someone like him, and you would need someone like him to have something like that. Referring to the Deathticle.
Yeah.
Yes, but why does it? I guess I'm a little confused on why you think then that our bot problem didn't come from Elder Star Alpha.
It may have. I'm just saying there is an alternative.
There are other sources of the ancient technology, is what she's saying.
Of not just the ancient technology, but the quantum bot ancient technology. Just floating around.
I don't know. It just seems... I mean, if it wasn't for that, whatever it is, wherever it was he was working, Earth would be doomed in about 30 years.
You don't happen to know what happened to him, do you?
He was reassigned.
Didn't mention where?
No.
Can I roll to see if, like, in my, like, fanaticism about ancient technologies, if I know about this person or anything about them, if they've written articles?
Sure.
The answer's probably no, the way you said that. What do I roll? Intellect and...
I would say education.
Oh, damn. I mean, they're the same. It's plus 0.
Because that's stuff you know.
Yeah.
What do you have any skills that are sort of quasi-applicable there?
I have science archaeology. 0.
Yeah, you roll that.
Okay, I have like computer? No. Nope. That's what I got. Oh, 9. I bumped up in my head. 9 plus 0 in education. Plus 0 in archaeology. So 9.
So 9.
0 in traveler's fine.
Yes, you have heard the name. Mm-hmm. You can't place it.
Okay.
But you have heard the name before.
That sounds very
You know
familiar.
he's a doctor.
He's on all those. He's on all those Reddit boards you read.
He wrote something you read once.
Okay.
Can I reach out to connections at Exodus? You might be able to find out where he was relocated to, like going through the UTAS connections through Exodus.
Once we're out of jump space, right?
Well, yeah, once we're out of jump space, but
You're gonna have. Well, you're out of the Expo network. So it means you're going to have to send it by radio wave or by electromagnetic waves, which means it'll take a year.
Oh.
Because you're about a light year away from Sol.
Can I investigate? Where I might be able to, like, if we know he wrote
On
something,
your,
like
in your database or something?
in my database, see if I can find any kind of papers or anything that he wrote.
Google his name.
Basically, can I Google his name?
Yeah. Make your investigate add int.
That's 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Very similar to someone else that you investigated, Dr. Hutchinson. You find a remarkable lack of information about this person, like none, except, very similarly, a PDF of a academic paper written that the name was they missed something. So you've got and it's a very esoteric theoretical paper about advancements of various aspects of technology and in what order they might happen and at what rate they might happen and things like that. And it's written like more than 20 years ago, and it does talk about the possibility of humankind finding technology from. First, he goes through the whole process of determining the likelihood of there being pre-existing sapient societies of sufficient technological level to have been able to colonize space. And then from there, what might happen to our society were we to find some of this technology.
Has any of those predictions come true in the last 20 years? Besides, the existence of ancient technology being a thing.
Most of his predictions are extremely dire. In the article, he mentions that someone had once made the analogy that this is like an infant finding a revolver, and he says this is more like a lemur finding a cobalt bomb.
So specific.
Because the infant can only do so much damage.
An infant could probably actually set off a revolver. I'm not sure a lemur can set off a cobalt bomb.
If there's one big bright shiny button on it, who knows?
I mean, if monkeys could write Hamlet.
All right.
But one of the things he mentions is the fact that it's much easier to weaponize technology than it is to harness it for other purposes. He obviously brings up nuclear power in the 20th century, and he brings up fusion power, two or three centuries ago, et cetera, et cetera. And he also mentions, the theoretical possibility of antimatter as a source of power, and how long it would be used weaponized before it would ever be containable in such a way that it would be harnessable for power.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we're in the midst of right now.
But he is talking. He was, and this paper, from what she was talking about timeline-wise, this paper would have been written before that.
Yeah.
So, and he's literally seems to be talking about the sort of stuff that would have
directly led to the death decal.
Right. If the Navy found something and they went through and looked through people's papers, they're like, oh, let's get this guy. He's already been working on this.
And this is the first time we've seen antimatter used in this way.
Antimatter has been created, like, particles have been theoretically created and then immediately are gone. I mean, they last for a fraction of a second.
Are we too far away to do like a scan of the station?
At this point, you're probably more than a light year away.
Okay.
You're not seeing the light from the explosion yet, though you probably will in about a year.
Okay. Fascinating.
Hopefully we're not here in a year. I'm just saying. I don't want to be here
I have
in a
no
year.
interest in staying in the station a year.
James V in the chat room says, core book, page 59, Boone versus Bane. They do seem to talk about if a traveler has help, such as good tools, competent aids, or other beneficial circumstances,
All right.
he receives a boon. This means he rolls an extra
Extra die,
dice.
and you take the highest.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Thank you. That's why I had that page number written down and boon underlined.
I had it right here. I wanted to go after it after we were done talking about
Yeah.
it, but
Either that or
Thanks.
the help reduces difficulty or adds
Yeah.
+1 to DM.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it could have worked exactly the way that we did it.
Yeah. So we didn't
all good.
do it wrong.
Yeah.
There were just options we didn't know about.
Right. Okay.
At some point during the week we're traveling, I'm going to take the doctor and show them my ancient artifact.
Okay.
So I want you to take a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
It's got...
Did we ever figure out what this is?
you-
Like a statue or something?
it
like that?
looks like a statue. That's what the rich idiot that I bought it off of thought it was.
Right.
So,
But it also
I
did
don't-
something somewhere.
It started glowing.
Where? Where was that?
When
I didn't listen to all 6
Yeah, no, it's fine.
episodes, just the last
Isn't it
one.
when
I
you
was
put it
able
up
to-
against the nanobots?
Yeah, like I was able to make it glow, and then when we put it by the nanobots while it was glowing, it sped up their
Okay,
their reproduction for
Got it.
better. I don't know what a nanobot thing is. I guess it's reproduction.
It works.
Yeah, they're copying of each other, and then pulled it away, and then it wouldn't turn off for a while. Then I finally got it turned back off.
Right.
So I don't know what it is. If you do, that's great.
Okay, I do now.
Okay.
I remember now.
Okay. So Riley thinks it's super powerful and good.
Right.
It's probably like a
And
toy.
she's probably working in True Crow's office, trying to get started working, even though he doesn't have the equipment she needs.
Right.
And she takes a look at it and scans the thing and says, "Well, it's definitely of alien origin. There's a few of these things out there. We're
Yes.
been trying to acquire as many as we can.
You can't have this one, but you can look at it. It's very nice to look at.
It is a source of electromagnetic radiation.
Yes, I figured that out.
Any more than that, I can't really tell. But when we get to the station, if we can get on board, I can do further scans.
That would be excellent. I would like to know exactly how to turn it on and off, like regularly, because I can't seem to do that with any precision.
Might want to find out what it does first.
Well, I mean, it does something great, right?
Don't know. Could be a bomb. I have no idea what it is.
Well, I did notice that it did speed up the nanobots, making more of the little nanobots.
Oh, that's the EM radiation.
Yeah.
It's just giving them fuel.
Oh, all right. I was hoping it would like stop them or kill them or control them, but it didn't do that.
Oh, it might. It might.
It really?
At some point. Who knows?
Oh. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. You've been very helpful.
You're welcome.
She was sit down and start writing a pamphlet.
This will be impossible to live with now.
So her pamphlet is all about how this artifact might actually avoid the nanobot apocalypse that is eventually coming.
Okay.
And this item may be the way to stop it.
Excellent.
Are you citing Dr. Hutchinson as a source? In your...
I'm probably citing knowledgeable sources from the government that refuse to be named.
Oh my god.
But I haven't put this out yet.
This is my favorite pamphlet so far.
Very excited about this pamphlet.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and fast forward. The week's over, and you come out, and there is a dark station there. I mean, you're very far from any sorts of lights, so like your ship external lights can sort of illuminate, and you can see it. And there also seems to be attached to it a like a frigate class ship. Also completely dark.
Yeah.
No running lights or internal lights or
Can we
anything.
tell, is it UTOS? Is it EU? Is it...
yeah, if it has a name on it, can we cross-reference the name?
Let me look.
Now that we're back in normal space, right?
Have a look.
The internet's back up.
Well,
no
you're-
space is normal when we're
No,
there.
the internet. You need
No,
to
I
kind of be
know.
around
I
a
know.
planet
I'm
to have
kidding.
internet. I mean, you have some on your. You have a lot on your ship, but you don't have everything.
Even in the future,
Yeah.
internet
Perfect,
is
yeah,
spotty.
it's fine.
It is.
It's all fine here.
Which station did you guys go to? Alpha or Beta?
Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah. Good call.
There is a designation on the side of the ship. KT-XX. Anyone who is in the Navy can go ahead and make like an education roll.
That's Marines. Marines counts as Navy.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys are on ships.
6.
5. Actually, no, education 4. -1.
It looks a little bit like a sort of frigate type, but it looks a lot different than a frigate too.
Is it an old model or a newer model?
This ship does not look very old at all.
Figure we can tell that at least.
And there's things about like the hull skin that doesn't look right, looks different. Doesn't look like a typical starship.
Is Dr. Hutchinson with us?
Yes.
Do you ever see those dock at your station?
No. And as far as I know, that shouldn't even be here.
Do you know what KT stands for?
Well, I think KT stands for frigate. I don't know why.
It's more than I do.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that the XX has to do with experimental.
We should probably be very careful if they aren't supposed to be here or are supposed to be confidential here. They're probably going to shoot first and ask questions later.
I don't think there's anybody on board. Here's what I think. I think we should dock with the frigate instead of the station.
The experimental thing that looks...
Be a nice upgrade, and if nothing else, I don't think there's robots on that one. There might be, but we know there's robots on the station. We don't know if there's robots on the
there's no
frigate.
robots on the station.
There's security bots
Yeah,
on the
there's
station.
Oh, security bots. I thought you meant the nanobots. I was like, no, we can't because there are no nanobots.
So I'm wondering if we can get onto the frigate. From there, maybe we can interact with the station and shut down the robots or the security bots from there.
Can we scan the frigate
Sure,
and see if there are life forms aboard?
sure, absolutely.
Anybody got scanners?
Yeah, I've got sensors.
Hold on. Let me see if I can help you. I might have sensors. Let me
Electronics
PQRS. Oh, electronics. I have comps. No.
5, 6.
Add your int.
6. I feel attacked.
You're not sure if your scanning signals are penetrating the hull.
Great. It's made of weird stuff. I don't think we're going to get any readings off it. So I don't think there's any way for us to know if it's actually abandoned. But somebody fucking parked it here.
Well, if it's experimental and no one's supposed to know it's here, there's a good chance they know that we're here.
I mean, anyone awake would know that we're coming.
So perhaps we should risk hailing them? That way we'll know if there's someone on board, and if so, perhaps they will let us know what's going on, and if there's no one on board, then we know that it's abandoned.
They have to know about what happened to the other station, right?
I'm going to go.
I mean, not necessarily.
Get my
We
best
have
vac
come
suit
as
on.
quickly as any word would have come.
That's true.
Seeing as we would be the way that the word would come. Point being, let's open comms.
Okay.
This is Vanguard reaching out to the KTXX frigate, currently docked at station Deep Space Station Alpha. Is anybody there?
You're not even getting the sort of handshake signal that you would normally get when you would open a comm channel.
So I've got my vac suit on. So here's what I recommend we do. Is I can vac suit over there. I can manually open up the hold. We can get. Is this thing huge? This thing is huge. Or
It's
is
a
it
frigate. It's
Can our
400,
ship fit
400 tons.
in it?
It's actually a little smaller. What size is your ship? I don't remember. You guys are in a yacht, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
So too.
Let me look really quick.
It
Well-
sounds so much fancier than it is.
I can either manually open up the
Elmer J. Fudd millionaire.
The,
a mansion and a yacht.
gangway, and we can umbilical to that, or I can open up the hold. There's always manual things. It takes a little while. Remember your 2010 when they're sitting there.
Well, if you open the hold and there's people in there,
They'll die.
I don't think there's any. Okay, we won't open the hold then.
Yes, we've tried to hail them. They're not responding to our requests. We're not getting any kind of reception back.
Oh, it's about twice the size of your ship.
Oh,
I can show you like a vague. I mean, it's not exactly like this, but it's called. Looks something like this, except it's painted all cool and black.
Oh, so it looks sort of
Sweet.
like an X-wing, except the wings
Yes.
are stuck together.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
It's like an X-wing with closed X's,
Right. And it does.
making it kind of look like a penis.
It does have weapons,
Looks more like an SR-71, but it's just all cool and black.
and it is.
Go back.
Actually,
It's
Well,
got
SR-71.
it's got 4 weapons turrets on it,
Oh.
and they're not pointed at you.
That's good.
Always a plus.
Yeah,
In case you were going to ask.
I was. Yes, let's. Perhaps the best thing would be to dock there. Maybe they have some notes about the station.
right then. Okay, I'm going to grab my gun.
Okay.
I'll just take your time and get close. I'll go open up a door.
Suit up, everyone, just in case they decide that we're more of a threat now.
It can't be empty. There's not going to be nobody on a ship that size.
So suit up. And can you ask them over comms? Like, just say, hey, we're going to dock.
Well, I didn't even get a response back. They didn't open the channel, so I'd be speaking to the hull.
Just open comm, open a hailing channel, and just say, like, put a message on repeat.
Is Morse code still a thing, or some variant of it?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
There's probably a computer-based version of it.
Okay. Can I, or if our computer knows it, or if from being in the Marines, if I know it?
Yeah. Do you have comms? Do you have electronics comms?
No, I have sensors, I have remote.
What's that thing that people do
I have
with
survival.
Semaphore. I used to know semaphore when I was a Boy Scout.
Yeah. I feel like survival,
That's
like that would be
one of my
something like if you're
favorite,
stuck somewhere, you would leave it. It's very
Gilbert Sullivan
cool
shows.
how you know that.
HMS Semaphore.
I think this is T or that's T. It's the only letter I still know.
There was
let's
a
fuck
dude
you.
on
It's
Great
infernal
British Baking
nonsense.
Show who knew semaphore.
Can I roll survival for that? Because I feel like that's a thing you'd know to survive somewhere if you were stuck
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Okay.
So 8.
8. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of know it. You don't know it great.
Okay.
A little rusty.
It's a little rusty. Okay.
It's like the sub captain in Hunt for Red October.
Okay. Nice.
One ping only.
Yeah.
One ping.
So not Sean Connery or Harrison Ford.
No.
No.
There were other people in that movie?
Yes.
So while he's hailing, I'm also gonna like do whatever this Morse code variant, like through one of the windows or something that they could see through.
Sure.
So that in case they are not listening,
You probably have signal lights on the ship specifically designed for that.
Okay, then I'll do that. So that way it's like, come in peace. You know.
For like when you're in naval ships in tight formation, probably to signal back and forth without anything ever being
Right, exactly.
eavesdropped upon.
So that's
Yeah.
the same thing. So I'll say, have a scientist or something about that.
Help us.
No, don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
Okay.
We're here with a scientist with clearance or something like that.
Yeah, and then there's not open windows, but portholes where the shades aren't closed.
Right.
You can see, and you start sending the signal right through one of those windows.
And if they've gone dark or if they're like for any reason like lying low, like they at least can get this without opening comms or anything.
You do that, and there is no response.
Yeah, I figured there would be, but
Sorry.
any way to another way for them hopefully to get the message not to murder us. Yeah.
And you are you headed out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how close is the cockpit to where the umbilical
bridge?
is? Yeah.
The bridge is up front. It's probably. Let me see where the thing is. It's about a third of the way back from the bow of the ship.
So I'm going to actually zip up that way first and take a look in.
Okay.
And is there anybody in there? Is there
No.
any lights on? Nothing? It's
Nope.
completely dark.
Completely dark.
Is there ice or anything on the inside?
No.
Okay, I'll relay that to them. So it's dark in there. There's no lights on. There's no power on. Nothing. But there's no ice either. So it looks like the thing is completely empty. There's not anybody in the bridge. There's not even a computer light on.
Do you think you can get in there and turn the power back on?
We'll
They
see.
might have some information.
Yeah, absolutely, we'll see. But it looks like it's pretty safe. So, hand over my way
Great.
back down and manually open up the airlock.
Doesn't it seem that if everyone's gone, that it might not be safe?
Yeah, it looks perfectly safe because nobody's there.
Now that's what I'm saying. If
I mean, it's not melted, and there's not currently people shooting at us, so
Vess,
it's as safe as it's going to get.
Right, but I'm saying, Vess, what happened to all the people?
I don't know.
All right, so be careful.
Can we see, like, were escape pods jettisoned from the ship? Can we see from the outside?
There's no sign of anything.
Look, I'm really excited to get in this ship. This is a really cool ship. It'd be a nice upgrade.
Legitimate salvage.
We are not abandoning the Vanguard.
We're not taking this ship and becoming the most wanted of the Navy.
We just got this engine.
Right.
I actually
All right, we'll
quite
talk
like
about
it.
this once we're inside this cool ship.
Also, maybe they'll have hull repair items.
Our whole ship can fit into this. Well, let's open the door first and see what happens. All right. So
All right, so you like go over where you would normally find a manual override for the airlock, and there's a keypad.
And is it lit up?
It is.
Yeah. There's a keypad. That's really irritating. What have I got?
It's a top secret ship. You think they're going to just be like, oh, don't even put the club on it. I mean,
Well, I was hoping. They usually have manual.
Oh man, what a pull!
Even on top secret submarines, they still have a manual opening. Door opening.
God!
So I have comps, computer.
Computer?
What other skill do you think I would need to?
Do you have any electronics?
That's computer, electronics computers.
Yeah, I'll let you use that. You're gonna basically try to take off the keypad part of it and see if you can figure out how to.
Yeah,
Hotwire it. You're going to hotwire the door.
what book is that?
I have mechanic
Had
as
the book
well.
in it?
Which one do you want?
The one that had the ships in it. What's that called?
This is the main book.
Oh, it's just the main book?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm just. It's one of the. There's not a lot of ships in the main book, but there's some.
Okay, they were just curious.
I don't have. I have High Guard digitally, but I don't have it in print. I don't even know if I've never seen it in print.
Is there any kind of identifying markings on the keypad?
Are there any identifying, like who made it?
Um,
The Robotech Corp or whatever the name is.
What is the language on the keypad?
Yeah.
it is Arabic numerals. I mean, it's a regular. Let me. There might be a logo on it. That's a
That's
good
like
point.
some serious.
Someone had to make the keypad.
Like
And they're going to put their name on it
maybe
somewhere.
I mean, it's also like some sort of top secret stealth ship. I'm not sure it'd be like made by Stork Industries. Like, I don't think that's my.
Only Tony does that. Just making it all his fault always.
But I mean, for routine stuff, they are going to buy off the shelf stuff.
Are they first?
Probably.
It's a keypad. Like,
They're
It's a
cheap.
keypad. Yeah.
I'm sure the experimental part of the ship was not the keypad.
Yeah. Keypad designs.
But was that in Marrakesh or was it in?
In Marrakesh. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's safe to assume it's a Utah ship.
Or that they just bought this part from. But the reason why I asked was that would it be possible for me to use my like recon or investigate or something in order to like look up a manual, like a repair manual in our database for specifically the keypad to help him hack his way in?
Ooh.
Maybe you can go ahead and. See, I really wish this game had a luck skill like Call of Duty does. 'Cause this would be one of the things. We'll make a luck roll. Oh, you've got the same keypads on your ship. This would be probably an investigate roll with probably int
6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Okay. You find some like user manuals for these, or installation manuals probably for the keypads, and they have a whole line of them that they make. And this one is like a ultra high security one, and it's a numeric keypad, but it also has color coded buttons, a row of color coded buttons on one side, and then a row of color coded buttons along the bottom. So instead of being just like 10 digits, it's 10 plus 4 plus 3.
Oh. Whatever.
10 plus 4 plus 4. No, you're right. 10 plus 4 plus 4. 18. And it shows...
Are you sending that to me? Okay, so I'm going to put that up on my heads-up display. So I have two choices here, Sue, that you can tell me. Electronics computers is really about, it looks like it's just accessing, hacking,
Right.
that kind of thing. But mechanic allows the traveler to maintain and repair most equipment. Mechanic allows the traveler to, or does not allow the traveler to build new devices. It is purely for repairs and maintenance. It covers all types of equipment,
Yeah, let's do that one.
of which I have a skill of 1.
And int.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
It's so funny coming out of like a D&D style thing, and then you come in and you're like, I have a skill of 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So excited.
8.
Oh, you made
Nice.
it 8. Okay. You are able to basically figure out which 2 wires off of this thing you need to connect to override or to do whatever this keypad does.
Okay.
We don't know, right?
Well, yeah. So, do I open it or not? Yeah.
Another panel opens up that you didn't even see there, and inside is a hand crank.
That's evil.
It's like a
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
and you're like, and the door's like,
And the door is also like,
To be fair, in space, no one can hear you.
that's true. Oh no, it's transmitting up his hand.
Oh,
he-
yeah.
he gets to-
vibrations.
he gets
There
to
you
hear
go.
it. And you get
Does it actually have the security code on the inside of that door?
no.
It might be handy to have if we.
That would be hilarious if there was like a post-it
Yeah.
or the future equivalent of
Piece
post-its.
of tape.
Password guessed.
Admin.
Security admin code 00000.
Red.
Password.
So you get it open enough to get inside.
Okay. Do I get it open enough that we can attach our umbilical?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got like the universal umbilical receiving clamp thing that all ships have.
Right. Is there?
There's a standard design.
was there
Well, there's the
atmos-
Windows and Mac versions, and they don't work together.
No.
Roll to see which one you have.
It's
it a-
okay. This is a Unix system. We know this.
Was there atmosphere escaping as I opened it up? Like a little like. tss?
Yes.
I guess there should be a way to sense if there's atmosphere in the rest of the ship. I'm
If
assuming I'm
if
in
the
an
ship
airlock.
had power, there is. You can see that there are like pressure gauges and status okay, not okay gauges that you would find on any airlock. But it's powered. This ship is powered down.
Okay. Well, guys, I can hook up the umbilical if you want, or I can. It looks like there's atmosphere in the ship. There's nobody home. I can try to go in and go down to engineering and see if I can turn on some power, and then we can at least, come in here. The doors will open and close. We can get the airlocks to work better. It's up to you. Do you guys want to come on over here and help me out with this, or do you want to just stay there where it's safe?
No, I'll come with you.
Yeah, we should go together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody should stay aboard the ship, but you
Well,
guys have to
we
get
have
in
you
here,
for that.
and then I got to
We'll be
close
fine.
this door again, and then we got to open up the other ones. Bring some extra flashlights.
Okay. So you all vac suit up.
Yeah.
I'm assuming in your
Not my
Not
not
your
my
laundry
super
day
nice
vac
vac
suit.
suit, but like my medium nice vac suit.
okay. Not your formal vac
Not my
suit.
not my black tie vac suit.
White tie vac suit.
I'm wearing my
my
lucky
God.
vac suit, which has the duct tape on the finger.
Crystal scroll vaccine.
Yeah.
Definitely gives me a bit of PTSD. I walk on the other side of her.
Okay. All right. So you guys
We're all standing in
bring
the
this
airlock.
bring the ship
Well,
up.
I've got
and-
my weapons and everything. I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
for
for
this.
sure. Because who knows what's
My
going to be on the
vaccine
ship?
is slightly camoed. Just like subtly like that shade of gray that your eye just wants to pass over. I'm in my please don't look at me back suit.
Don't look at me.
Aim at them. It's got like arrows pointing at the people around you.
It just projects targets.
So do you want
Easy to hit.
Do you
Really
want to?
squishy.
Do we want to umbilical to the ship so that way we just open this door and we can go in, or do you want to keep ourselves isolated still?
I mean, I think it's a good idea until we know why they're here to try and contain things as much as possible.
Agreed.
Especially
well, umbilical
with-
in once power is on.
Umbilical is basically going to give you one extra chamber. 'Cause
Right.
You have an airlock on each side. You can either mate the ships directly, and then you have your isolation, and that ship has
the only
its.
reason I think it would be useful is that we don't actually have to close this exterior door again to open up the interior door. Because if I open it up now, it just opens up space, and any atmosphere that's in there blows us out.
Right.
You just don't want to use the hand crank. We know.
Well,
You can do it
You
this
do
time.
have the problem of trying to close the door while being in the airlock,
Yes.
because the hand crank is on the outside.
Well, I mean, there's got to be one on the inside too for people that have to open it up. Oh well, then I have to
Just
look
told the
around.
GM. There has
I'm
to be
assuming
one.
there is. No,
There probably is.
I gotta find one. So while they're suiting up, I'll look around for a hand crank on the
Okay.
inside that would close it back up again.
Yeah.
There isn't one, is there?
No, there is.
It's another keypad.
We'll just fast forward. It's exact same keypad and everything.
I'm gonna say to Shari and Milo, like while we're getting suited up, because I don't want to say it over the radio. We should be very careful because if the doc says that there might be some nefarious characters who have access to this technology, they might well be here, setting it out into the universe from this station if they're in the know already. So as contained as we can keep our ship as we can, might be a good idea until we know what's what here.
Agreed.
Yes, I wasn't planning on taking any unnecessary risks.
She looks not surprised by that statement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like my insides where they are.
Yes.
Yes, I like my body not full of holes.
So you're umbilicaling.
No, they didn't want to.
So you just made it. Okay.
No.
No.
They're
Oh,
back
you're
suiting
going to
over.
just leave a gap. You're gonna
Yes.
leave a vacuum gap. Okay. All right.
A quarantine zone.
Got it.
And then
Except when it comes to quantum bots, which apparently don't care about that.
Nope.
All right.
I slowly close the exterior door.
So you're all going to get in the airlock, and then you're going to close the door. Okay, the door is closed.
We need another sound effect for that thing.
And now we got to open the interior door.
And then
It's more of a
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
and you do that, and it slowly opens. And and now that you get like the atmosphere starts filling up, because obviously it's not equalizing the atmosphere because you have no power. And like immediately a red light goes on in your vac suits, saying that the exterior atmosphere is not breathable.
It's not readable.
Breathable.
Breathable. Oh.
don't take your visor off, you will die.
Is there any way to tell what it is?
It is 100% or as close to it nitrogen.
Oh.
So it's what they use for storage. They pump it full of nitrogen. So
It's
things don't
inert.
rot.
Nothing lives in it. Nothing's going to grow in it.
Oh.
So this thing has been mothballed. It's been sitting here for. This is very cool.
Is there a way to flush the nitrogen?
I'm sure there is. We should probably get to the bridge.
And also avoid making any sparks on the way down.
Nitrogen isn't flammable.
It's
Never
the
mind.
opposite.
Totally
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Might be.
There might
I
be.
thought. I also thought it was flammable. So-
Hydrogen would have been
Yeah, hydrogen.
Yeah.
even better security
No, that's
measure.
been not if they wanted to keep their ship.
Oh, the humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to describe what I'm seeing right now.
The hardest thing is like for part of the 4th grade curriculum, you have to do like visual and audio like comparison of media. So one of the things we do is we listen to War of the Worlds,
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
and there's so much backstory you have to do first, like explaining this is a radio.
There
This
really
is a
wasn't an
radio
alien
play.
invasion.
Well, and that like people used to just listen to stuff. Well, why didn't they watch it on TV or on the internet? Well,
Oh,
like
boy.
that's what you have to explain.
It's like a
See, really,
podcast.
I was about to say, the issue is they're not quite old enough for podcasts.
Yeah.
But they are old enough for YouTube.
Yeah.
And thus, therein lies the destruction of society.
It's like using YouTube for music.
Yeah. Kind of what you
So what you're saying is we need to get them into podcasts early.
earlier.
Yeah.
Not this one.
No.
Not my 4th graders. Other 4th graders.
I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
But no.
No, I like my job. Thank you.
So with the design of this ship, you have a fairly good idea which direction the bridge is going to be.
Does it look like, probably not the, I guess I am, okay. For electronic sensors, I'm going to roll to see, like, have we tripped any alarm systems or anything like that?
Sure.
5, 6.
You don't think so because there's no power.
So I'll tell you what.
There are no lights on.
You guys head to the bridge. You got piloting. And I'll head down to engineering, and I'll see if there's some big old breakers or so whatever to throw down there. We're in communication through the suit, so we'll just keep talking to each other.
All right.
I mean, I'm not planning on actually piloting this thing anywhere.
No, but you at least sit in the seat and look important.
Might be where the on switch is.
All right. Well, I'll go with you, Voss.
Yeah, you shouldn't really go alone.
Take a friend.
There's nothing. Okay.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take a friend.
This thing's pumped full of nitrogen. Unless they've been sitting in a vac suit for months, I think we're okay. But it's fine. I can always use someone to...
And you notice because the thing has been there's like no dust anywhere or anything like that.
Well, we've
Dust
seen
mites can't
creatures
live.
made of silicon. Weirder things have happened.
You guys are so jumpy. Wow. All right.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
we did just sort of avoid being part of the end of the universe.
And we saw antimatter weaponry destroy
You guys
what...
need to drink more.
And this ship is made of
Drink
something
more.
we don't know what it is. I mean, I agree with him on that, but let's go.
I might have to take up drinking. More drinking.
See, they don't realize drinking makes me more fussy.
All right, so you get down to the bridge, and
These two headed to the bridge. And
okay. I'm sorry, engineering. You get to the bridge, and nothing's on. And there's a window, and then
Ooh, space.
Look, I can see our house from here.
and there's a
Rose is
station.
waving back.
It looks like this thing is crewed by like 4, I think.
I can see Russia from here.
Yeah, it looks like the bridge is crewed by 4. There is a pilot astrogator, and then there's a stealth suite station off to the side.
Ooh.
Stealth.
For the ship.
No, for who gets to run the stealth part.
So you get to the to engineering, and it's a fusion reactor. It does not look like a design that you've seen before, but there's similarities. And it is shut down. It is cold.
Oh, wow.
So, and there is, and you probably, having engineering, would know that there is
Actually, I don't have engineering. I have mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else have engineering? Anyone? I'm going to switch
I
my
do.
education to engineering.
I have engineering, jump drive, men, which I don't know what that's short for, and power.
Men.
Wow.
Men.
Then you're all about that.
Men.
So you need power.
Engineering men? Is that what it was?
There's 3 of them. There's jump,
We're built
power,
to
and...
Oh, that's
Oh, there's
for
M
maneuver.
drive.
Maneuver.
Okay.
So
That's
there's
for
an M
maneuver
drive,
drive.
which is
Maneuver.
maneuver,
Man.
jump drive, and power. So yeah, you're the one to flip the switch.
Maybe.
Oh,
Antissa.
drive men, it means you don't ask for directions.
Right.
Maneuvering. So which one would it be? Would it be power?
To what?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Turning the
Drive.
power back on.
Power plant.
So maintaining and operating a ship's power plant. Yeah.
I don't have power on it.
You have engineer power.
Oh, okay. That's what I get for shortening things.
Okay.
Ooh.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Okay. It's going to take you a while to do it. There's basically like a battery backup, and it has to, because I mean, with
a
no
glow
power,
plug.
there's no way to store the fusionable materials. So it has to like start generating the stuff, and it's going to take a few hours at least to get the thing up and running. But you know how to do it.
Okay. I do it.
So
Okay.
is there a manual up there about computer codes or anything?
A physical manual.
A physical manual?
What year do you think this is?
Well, since everything's off, I was kind of hoping or assuming there might be at least a paper manual that shows us how to get things going and in what order. Oftentimes that stuff's written down,
But
even
I don't
even
know
on
if I'll
ships.
have it written down on an experimental ship. Because that in the wrong hands would...
All right, don't look then. I'll keep looking down here. Thanks for your help.
And we'll keep looking up for like whatever the emergency, like in case of emergency, use this eye wash station, run this way, don't panic, take your towel.
Smiley face.
Nice.
Don't call the Volgoths.
The Volcans. Listen to their poetry.
Basically, I'm just buying time until Stu gets back from the
Yeah.
They're not going to leave manuals around this ship. You know that. You remember our training. Like, the Marines don't use manuals. Once you get training, you just have to remember that's your job.
Just do us a shot in the dark if you don't want to. Like, I'm assuming it's a brand new ship. There's got and it's for
Bernie,
whoever
like-
take cruise it has got to have.
They're looking down there. We're
Hard
looking
copies.
upstairs for like a like if there's a
Tech manuals or
Yeah.
well, or any like even in case of emergency, like emergency preparation, something.
there are like cabinets like underneath each station, and inside there are literally volumes of books.
Oh.
Because power goes out, especially in warships. And you need to fix something and you don't have the ability to look at a PDF or whatever they have. You crack open a book.
I am simultaneously heartened and terrified for the future. But awesome.
Redundancies. Military vessels are redundancies.
So we're down here in engineering. Same thing down here too.
Yes.
Okay.
You probably have more books than they have on the bridge. Well, no, they're going to have more books on the bridge.
There's a shit ton of books up here.
Yeah, we got some down here too. I guess we'll start going through and seeing which ones we need to get power up and running.
But she's
I'll hand it to
she's
her.
working on the
Already
power.
doing
She already figured out how to get the power
Don't
going.
need no sticking manual.
She's
But
in
the
the process.
question is, like, is there a security protocol that we need to follow once the power comes back on in order not to get, like, locked out
Now
of
you're
everything?
thinking. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah, there's like anti-intruder
Oh, good.
protocols saying that proper authorization codes need to be entered. Those codes aren't there.
I'm totally getting the whole Doctor Strangelove thing where he's reading off the codes and they're all flipping the switches.
Right.
Now I want you to make sure that you get N23.
Though there is, like, I mean, there's the idea that, is this like the old school, like, you had a book that kind of was like a key to whatever the codes would be at that time, like if it was a circulating code system where, because assuming, like, if the power went down and it took them some time to, there had to be, like, something that they could reference to create the
Well, yeah, there's probably there's going to be a human element to the code. So it's going to be like a command level officer has a code that changes once a week or something like that they know that is
But
in their
if they were
head.
outside of if the power went down, like, just going off your redundancies thing.
Right.
Say the power went down and it took them a certain amount of time to boot it back up,
Oh, and that time
And that-
passed.
and that time passed, there had to be, like, a backup plan for, like,
What it probably is going to have is it's probably going to open up certain systems automatically, including communications, but it may not open up like the ability to maneuver the ship, the ability to arm the weapons. Things like that are probably locked out until you get a command
but, like,
code.
basic life support would be
That stuff
without,
is-
like,
yeah.
we wouldn't trip anything just having basic
No.
life support and, like, scanning capabilities.
No.
Great. I'm satisfied with that, actually.
I'm going to start reading up on the astrogation chart or the astrogation book just because in the off chance we did end up taking the ship, I want to know how to use it.
The first thing that you notice about this ship, it is a jump 3 capable ship.
Oh.
Fancy.
And you're going through the manuals, and this is a hodgepodge of stuff. These were obviously put together very hastily, and you can tell the same thing from yours. But yours has like picture photographs where there's like call-outs for different components and things like that. And some of that doesn't look like anything you've ever seen ever, or likely would.
You mean it's like fully advanced, or somebody has like cannibalized a bunch of systems and put them together in one, or both?
There is stuff in here that doesn't exist.
Okay,
And-
because it's so far advanced, or stuff in here doesn't exist because it just there was never a need.
Maybe
for it.
both.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the design, like you're looking at the Jump 3 drive, like the schematics, and it is not built with the same design assumptions of any Jump drive you've ever seen.
That's actually
It's like-
it's actually heard of.
Okay, yeah, it's like the starting point from which they built this is entirely different than the starting point for the Jump 1 drive or the Jump 2 drive, which you guys are familiar with.
Okay.
Another question I'd like to ask is, through all these manuals that we're looking through, who built it?
That's true. Does it say Ustas on the title page? Everyone.
Yeah. I mean, it has Ustas insignia on the covers of the manuals.
So yes, it does. Because even your Stuber ship. I'm sorry.
What do you?
I'm looking at the. It looks there's no like one designer of the ship, but it looks like different components. Like as you're going through, it's like how to repair the Astro Innovations M2X flight navigation system, and so you get like an incidental names, but it looks like it's from a bunch of different people.
Okay.
But Ustas made it. Ustas made it.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So you got things handled here? I'm going to go down and check the cargo hold and see what surprises might be there. Do you want to come with me, or do you want to stay here and make sure this doesn't go bluey?
I feel like do I have to keep working?
You're going to be actively working for a couple
Unless you need my help here.
I mean, you can help me. I don't know if it's a smart idea for any of us to go off by ourselves right now.
I'm pretty sure the ship is empty.
Right. But the ship is also based on technology we are completely unfamiliar with and might have surprises hanging out.
All right.
I mean...
Speaking of surprises, I don't know why I went Irish there for a bit. Curse you.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, speaking of surprises, did anyone else notice that this ship has Jump 3 drive technology? Because it does. And I am oddly excited about this.
Oh yeah, we're sitting there looking at it. It's huge. I've never seen anything like it before.
Grand. Okay, just making sure we're on the same page. I'm going to keep reading.
FYI, when the power comes back up, we're only going to have basic systems online at first until we can find a way around the security protocols, since we don't all want to die.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to die, therefore we're
I'll,
only going to have basic things up at first.
I got a bunch of manuals down here, and I'm helping. What's your character's name?
Riley.
I'm helping Riley out into Kent. I'll see what I can find out here about security. See if there's anything down here.
It's a rotating password system that.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
So I'm looking for a way around it, but we're only going to start off with basic life support and scanning capabilities, and obviously comms, because that's how it was set.
I wonder if the good doctor has a passcode that might work. Anyway.
A thought. Clearly someone on the crew had to have the rotating passcodes.
Or be able to communicate in to get them.
Yeah, or somebody who got sent here got handed them. Right.
Would it stand to reason that perhaps they kept those passcodes secured in their cabin?
Possibly, or at least the cipher to translate the new password. Key, if you will.
Is there any kind of ship manifest we can... probably not be... Probably internal system, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's... I mean, there are like general sort of floor plan layouts in the books, and you can see where the staterooms are, and you can see where the captain's quarters are.
Okay. Well, perhaps while we're waiting for the systems to come back online, Shari and I can go take a look.
Is there a ship's manifest up there? Like what it's carrying? Is there anything in its cargo hold?
Not that I'm seeing now. I'm guessing that's all going to be internally. I have a basic map of the ship, but as far as details, nothing yet.
Is there anything there on armament?
It's got 2 triple pulse laser turrets, and it's got 2 triple missile rack turrets.
Oh.
And I'm going to assume there's missiles here for them. Just why would you have them if you don't have ammo for it? Okay.
Unless you've spent all
this thing's pretty awesome.
Yes, I didn't think I'd find anything I liked more than the Vanguard.
Yes, of course. The Vanguard, totally top of its class.
And if there's nothing in that cargo hold, we might be able to get the Vanguard in there.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Let's
Because your ship is half the size of this ship, which means it would practically have to be a cargo ship, not a warship.
What if we could tow it? Is that a thing?
Tractor
Intergalactic
beams.
towing?
Tractor beams.
Milo,
Can you
Yes.
can you hand me one of those?
you know
sparklers?
how the Epiclest lives. If you were the captain, where would you stash the code book?
Well, if it were me, I'd keep it in my cabin because I wouldn't trust anybody else with it. Probably on secure lock and key. I'm guessing some kind of safe built into the hull of the ship.
Let us search.
Did you see if there were post-it notes stuck under the captain's chair?
I think that this ship has only been flown here and sat here, so I have a feeling that this has never been fully outfitted yet. I don't think anybody's crewed this thing officially yet. This is pretty much right off the lot. It only has 10 million miles on it.
It's the best you're gonna get. It's got 1.5 light years. So yeah, let's look under your direction.
If we're really, really lucky, all the security codes are still basically blank. It could just be admin if we're really lucky. But who's that lucky?
Look what we are.
Not
How
us.
lucky do you think we are?
Definitely not you. Definitely not me. I mean, let's be real here. If we were lucky, would we be here right now?
We're luckier than the rest of the poor sods on the spaceship. Or on the space station.
This is a very good point.
I feel like that's a low bar.
Being alive is not necessarily a low bar. I'm just going to say that.
As long as there's a bar, I'm okay.
So you get the power back up about around the time. So you guys are looking for the.
For the codes, yeah.
Okay. So she gets the power back up, and now the doors work.
Oh, good.
So and inside the captain's quarters there is a safe with a biometric lock.
Okay, so what would be the best way to bypass this biometric lock?
Let's no.
Sorry.
That was our last game.
I need a drill and a stethoscope.
Is there? Let's go real old school. Is there anything metal, like that would have been like in the captain's quarters that the captain may have handled at some point?
Well, this literally looks like no one's moved in.
Okay.
So,
I mean, there is a security panel, a similar security panel to the captain's quarters.
So can we pull a fingerprint from the?
I think it means the been a fingerprint put into the system yet.
right, that's what I was going to
So I'll put my hand up to the thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Producer just made himself captain.
And above it, like sort of built into the wall, but you can't see it when it's not illuminated. But there's like a keypad comes up above it.
Was there any like base codes like listed in the manuals? Like, here are your like when you get a new computer or whatever, or like when you get a new modem, and it's like your base password, please change.
Yeah.
Right. Not that you saw on the bridge.
Was there any consistency between the different books if you needed a passcode as far as the length and type of passcodes? All numerical, 4 digits, or a numerical, alphabetical, 8 digits?
Oh, they're probably like 16 digits.
Okay.
And this also does have like those color-coded buttons as well.
So this is the same system as the one that he used.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be possible to bypass it in the same way? We pop it out and hotwire it, basically.
Sure. I would like a roll on that one.
That is not me.
What?
I have two in comms, but that's not really helpful.
Yeah, it's not really.
So can I comm over to
Sure.
Vesa and say, hey, what were the 2 wires that you spliced together to open up the door? We're looking to crack a safe here.
the red one and the brown one, but there's like 4 brown ones, and it's the one on the lower left, and then the red one was in the upper right hand, but not the one with the white line on it. It's the one I think with the yellow line on it that goes to the red. Why?
Thank you, Stork.
I love you. And
Vesa, can you meet us in the captain's quarters, please?
Sure. Let me see if Riley still needs me.
I can make do. You can.
Do you want to come with?
Oh, she's working. She's got to get the.
We're not going to get power up anymore if we.
Oh no, it is up. I'm sorry, it is up. You're
Okay.
right.
Then yes, I will go with you. I know a bit about sensors. If this counts as does this count as a sensor? Sorry.
Not really.
we bypassed that portion. Thanks to it not actually existing yet.
So you want to roll? Is it okay? Here we go.
Same one.
Oh, yeah.
11.
Okay. There you go. Beep, bleep. And then you hear a chime noise. And that's it.
Oh,
It's a pleasant chime, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
we're
a
gonna die, Shari.
ping.
And then does it?
And then when you say that's
safe
it,
open?
is it open? Or is
Well,
it
this is the outside where you put your hand where the stateroom. Mm-hmm. The door next to the door.
Oh, I thought this was for the safe.
No, this is
Me
next to
too.
the
Okay.
I
door.
thought so too.
Okay, that's fine. Great. Then I will... So now the stateroom is open.
Yes.
Then I will go to the safe
Okay.
and do the handy thing.
Click.
You just made yourself captain.
Maybe. Open the safe.
And there is like a little book about that big with like a red plastic cover on it.
I'm going to carefully open up the book.
Okay. And it has a list of dates in it. And next to it are like 16-digit codes.
Perfect.
There we go. All right.
Military redundancy for the win. Also,
Captain
that
Milo, I like
cryptology
the
book
sound
that I
of
read
that.
like 3 weeks ago.
All right.
First thing to do, I think, possibly, is to flush all this nitrogen out of here. So if we can get the
Life
Environmental
support?
life support up and running, that would be great.
Okay.
Well, I mean, life support should have come back on with the power, right? Like that.
Yeah,
would have been-
I mean, yeah, you can't really hear it from inside vacuums. You wouldn't really. You assume so, yes, but there's no way for you to really know inside of a vacuum.
Like the vac suit, like red would turn green at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's orange now. It's slowly changing.
There's probably some strong ventilation system up at the bridge. Might speed things up.
Maybe.
Let's head back to the bridge. Do.
And we could scan the station.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
Perhaps
the
these
power
codes will
is
work
back.
at the station as well.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
If nothing else, maybe we can. At
The
least,
green light eventually comes on.
maybe we can at least. Maybe, if nothing else, perhaps we can disable the security on the station from the ship, which was my plan to start.
That would be so great.
It would.
I was a bit facetious. I really meant it. I don't want to die. So let's go up and scan them. We scan the thing.
Scan the station.
Do you have a new character, Kimi?
Okay.
Because the ship went. I am.
So you scan the. Do you have sensors?
I do.
So we got in the captain's room. We opened up the safe. We found a book of codes.
Cool.
I am the captain now.
I was about to say, Milo is captain now. There's a beam.
Some rolling
So
sensors.
we're headed up to the bridge to.
No, you're up there. You're scanning the station at this point.
Oh.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. The power is on the station, but it's on an extremely low level. The power plant is not cold, and that's a bit, basically you're getting a little bit of EM radiation, basically from like motion sensors and whatever else. But there is power running through the station, but like lights aren't on or anything like that.
All their phone chargers are plugged in.
Right.
Well, there is power there, which means there might be security. Like, if the sensors are tripped, maybe the power kicks up a bit and powers the bots or whatever. Or the robots, not nanobots.
We better hope it's not nanobots.
Well, maybe the Book of Codes will be able to get us in. I don't know.
Consult the Book of Codes. I'm in chapter 1.
Didn't we need a captain? And seems like we found one.
Made one.
It's fine. I will take the duty.
You are the face.
It is a big duty.
Next time you see him, he's going to have like epaulets on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You are the face.
Just a big hat.
I wonder if what we just did put your biometrics into the system, which means that you now have access to the station too.
Well, that's assuming the station and the ship are
That's why I said I wondered.
connected. Let's see if there's a connection. Can you access the security systems of the station from the ship?
You are like looking through the manuals to figure this out, or
That
seeing if
or
the
one of
station-
our really good computer type people.
Don't look at me.
I have computers.
If it's not comms, it's not me.
I have electronics computer.
Yeah, go for it. I can actually assist you because I have computers in 0. So let me roll that for you first.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Actually, if you want to do the whole boon correctly, it's I think I get an added dice, yes? Or no, you roll to see if you succeed and then I get a dice, and if you don't succeed, I get a bane. Is that what's going on? Is that how it's working?
I thought it could work a couple of different ways. Let me look. No, was it 55?
59.
59.
Propose checks, trying to bring multiple tasks. Going faster, going slower, task chains.
Time for
Yeah, I would just say you don't need to roll. You just automatically just get a
Okay. Go for it.
An extra dice.
yeah.
Sweet.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
But you can keep the highest 2.
4, 5, 6, 7.
That's not a success.
No.
But you don't.
Wait, you don't have any adds to that?
No, I have it at 0.
Oh, you should have mentioned that because I have a +1 to intellect or a +2 to education.
Well, you try it.
All right.
I'll help you. 3 dice. Or you don't.
He didn't need
doesn't
3
No,
matter.
dice.
that's box
It doesn't
cars.
matter.
It's going to be the captain.
This,
it's the hat.
It's the hat.
it looks like this ship's computer/security system and the station's security/computer system are
Completely separate.
2 different animals.
Okay.
You might be able to use it to brute force it, but you could do that with a plug-in computer or whatever. But it cannot control the station. You're absolutely certain of that.
Well,
I wonder if the doctor's biometrics actually trump the military's biometrics.
Well, that's if she
access
was-
to the station.
have a station on the station.
Right. Well, but she's in the station's system, and if they're all linked, perhaps she actually I don't know.
Didn't she say specifically that she needed codes, or she'd be attacked too?
Let's go ask.
I think she's
she
the
is
one
right there.
who let us know.
Yes, 2 crows.
Beep beep. Yep.
Can you put the good doctor, on comms, please?
The doctor whose name we totally remember.
Dr. Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. Yes. Please hold.
We used to have a communications officer for this. That was just too gross.
Girlfriend Ipanema?
Yeah. And then and hello.
Yes, Dr. Hutchinson. So good news. We have managed to gain more or less control of this ship. So yay! Unfortunately, this ship does not control any aspect of the station. Is there any chance that that the stations are linked and that perhaps your biometrics may allow us access?
Oh, I doubt it.
It was worth a shot.
Doubt how strongly.
I mean, I can try.
It's better than me trying to fight our way corridor by corridor across the ship.
Mute the comm. Yes, but it's also less good if she gets shot when we need her to be alive and well.
But really, so this ship is docked at the station. Mm-hmm. And we would need her biometrics first in order to open the gangway to the station. we can assume that if her biometrics don't work on the gangway, that they wouldn't work further on.
That's a very good point.
And that is like a minimum of risk. Assuming that they don't, like, that the security bots don't vaporize anything that, like, goes, wrong turn, like, first chance.
You did say we're a low power, too, so I don't think there's going to be Gatling guns popping out of the floor shooting us at such a low power state.
All right.
That is a good hope.
At most, I think what's going to happen is it just locks us out.
Yeah.
Which we're already locked out.
Guess you're right. Dr. Hutchinson, perhaps you'd be so kind as... Oh, we can now dock to the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to set up a docking with the Vanguard. Perhaps you can come over and give it a shot on the gangway to the station.
Perhaps use a different terminology.
Give it the old college try.
Thank you.
We have
Yes?
need of your biometrics.
Is Two Crows going to do it?
No, well, the docking?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we have someone who pilots a ship in my absence.
Sure. It's Two Crows, probably.
No, it is
What
now.
could go wrong?
No,
It
we
is
had
now.
another engineer.
Oh, he's the...
Oh, we did have
We had
another...
Anastasia or
Didn't we have, like, Helen
Or,
or
no, we
Let me
had
look.
Attila.
Attila. That's what his name was. Like, it started with an A. Yeah, Attila was our other engineer.
Attila Kosov.
Yeah.
Ship. That's the ship's engine. Let me see who the other people are. Nisha Popov is also an engineer, and Milo Deeds.
There can be only one.
I'm Milo with a capital M.
Right. Yeah, so probably one of the engineers.
God, we had all these experts aboard. We could have...
5. It's a routine.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry.
Yeah.
Mostly computer controlled.
You would think so, except that every time it's not like a massive success. We get to hear about it from everyone.
All right.
Great.
You're
So-
docked.
It's fantastic. Dr. Hudson, please make your way to the bridge of this ship, which is currently unnamed.
Did we? Well,
I mean, it is the KT.
Oh,
XX.
there is a name.
Oh, what is
In the
name?
book, there's a name.
It's the KD-20.
The Houdini.
The Houdini.
Once it disappears. Oh, I got it.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a stealth suite. We have cloaking technology.
It's so on the nose.
But perhaps it's so on the nose no one would believe it.
It's just called the chameleon. Or the disappearing shape.
Ooh. It's called the...
I want to see that spelled across the whole.
So you've got the gangway, and you've got your airlocks, and then there's basically like a little mini airlock between the exterior of your ship and the gangway.
Perfect.
And she gets to that one, and she tries using her palm print, and she gets it. Me.
Well, it was a good idea.
I mean, it was an idea.
Do you want to try yours?
Let's give it a go. Not to the other word I almost said.
Me.
Well, yeah, it's completely separate. Any thoughts? Codebreaker?
Oh. Well, if we had a guy's hand that had the actual...
Is it the same kind of lock as... No, because it'd be different, because it's for the
It's-
station.
yeah, it's
completely
Let
different.
me take a look at it.
It's older. It looks like older.
Old bunch older.
Is there a manual override somewhere?
You don't see any sort of hatches or anything. No.
Not here, but do you think... is it possible then if I do a vac suit recon I can find a maintenance hatch?
Maybe.
I can try... No, I'll just say all that.
No,
That's the only thought I can think
If you
of.
think it'll be easier than trying to crack this code.
Or, I mean, we would... Because the thing is, if you came in through a maintenance hatch, it would still... I feel like you would be in a more vulnerable position to automated security systems.
Right, they're going to have security on all the entrances.
Oh, I understand. I'm betting on the fact that since it's at such a low power state, it's not going to vaporize me. What I'm assuming is going to happen is it just continues to lock us out at every door. what I want to try to do is get in there and perhaps get to security and then hack into that with your help. That's all I can think of.
Well, then it's the same as attempting to hack this to go to security than an exterior maintenance hatch, and at least we are your backup.
Perhaps try this first, and if this doesn't work and gets locked out, then we can worry about
Is there anything to hack here?
a spacewalk.
Well, didn't the doctor grab a bit of information when she left the last station? Maybe that's on the information
No, what
check.
she got was information about the nanobots.
Okay.
Her
But-
research.
okay.
Yeah, that's all she took with her. It's just the thing, the
handprint.
hand pad. Yeah.
Is there any way to open that up? Just a couple of screws to pull it off, or is it all sealed?
It's sealed up. It's sealed up pretty good. Better than the ship. You happen to notice.
Is there anything like on the ship that could detonate a door?
Oh, sure. You can cut the station in half if you want.
I don't want that.
Oh,
If you want to make a hole, you can easily make a hole.
Find some laser torches or such in the workshop of the ship. All good ships have them, especially Navy. But let's. That's the easy way. But if we can do that, we're going to trip every alarm that's there. Yeah.
I think we're going to do that probably no matter what we do.
Okay.
If we can't hack it because we can't get into it, there's no one's hands to copy here. There's no codes to copy.
Well, there has to be a way around biometric, like.
I mean, there doesn't have to be because that's their security. Like, it's not super helpful if you make a security system that has workarounds for everything, especially when
It's not that they make it so that there are workarounds, but rather that people find workarounds for everything, because for every security system, there's a hacker who's made it their life's work.
right. Or there's a blowtorch.
Or there's a blowtorch. And I'm just wondering if there's a,
Oh, sorry.
I can do either one. We can blowtorch it, or I can try to find a maintenance hatch. Let me know what you want to do.
let's just blowtorch it.
All right. I'll go find a blowtorch, or probably laser.
Probably a plasma cutter.
Plasma cutter. I'll be right back. Come back. Yeah.
And in the meantime, we're all armed as well, just in case, because bots.
I mean,
back in vac suits in case we took anything off.
when we scanned the station, did we see anything else? Like any other entrances or?
Oh, there's other like docking ports, sure.
Right, but anything that seems like different in any way that, like, notably, that would be like, oh, that might be easier to get in there.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. All right.
But not like an AC
you have a
vent we
hole,
can crawl in.
and there's a gangplank or a gangway, and at the end of the gangway,
Oh, good. I love it when you mix those two words up.
right? We're basically the same thing. It's just whether you got a thing
Beats what you think it means.
or handrails, at least. Yeah, and there's another airlock at the other end with the.
Perhaps we should detach the ship.
I mean, I don't know that that's really going to do us any good.
Well, I mean, if, protect the ship because it's a nice ship.
I feel like this ship is protecting our ship. That it's safe to travel around the universe in.
I hate to point out the obvious,
we
too,
can have
which
both.
is if we cut two big holes on either side of the ship, it's just going to open up the whole spaceship, the station, to vacuum. So we need at least one door that's still solid.
Well, if we're in
Or a
vac
way
suits.
to patch this hole. Yeah, but once all the air comes rushing out at us, it'll blow us and the ship. Well, maybe not. As long as we keep ourselves umbilical, we get the pressure equal.
Yeah, if your ship is still docked to it.
But if you take it off and we open it and we cut a big hole, I'm just saying.
Maybe
So
that will
we
get
need
rid
to
of
stay. We need to stay umbilical.
unless we want all the sentry robots to be blown into space.
I mean, everything would be blown into space. It wouldn't just be the central robots.
I mean, most of the stuff would be. I mean, it's
It would
bolted
also
to the
be
ground.
us.
Well, I mean, it's going to be like a windstorm inside of it. So there's going to be stuff blowing out, but there's also stuff secured.
I mean, I just feel like the quickest, easiest thing is to stay umbilical.
Right.
Pressure is equalized. We make our way. We use Vesa's plan, and we make our way as quickly as possible to security.
Do we know
On
where
the bridge.
security is?
Not a clue, but
Hutchinson tells you.
Okay, good.
Because the stations all have a very similar layout.
That was my next question. Okay, good, perfect.
We make our way as quickly as we possibly can to security.
It's actually
override.
It's actually the first place you're going to run into. She tells you.
Perfect.
Lovely.
All right.
Oh, fire away.
Are you wearing your vac suit?
Yes.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
are
we
all
all
Yeah, we're all
wearing
in
vac
vac
Okay.
suits.
Our favorite vac suits have been broken out for this occasion.
And we're armed.
As you're,
Yep.
it goes from green to yellow.
It's okay.
The
Nitrogen in there too.
Those are my mothballs, apparently.
They're thorough.
He's a good man and thorough. It's open.
All
right.
I think Voss and I will go first. Vess. Is it Vess or Voss?
Vesa.
Vess. Okay.
Alright.
I call you Vess.
That's fine.
2 syllables is too big.
We're in the military together.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I feel like we're taking point and like checking things.
Who's stepping through first?
I will. I got the big gun.
Okay. You step through. Klaxons immediately start going off.
Yeah. So I'm going to head through security, or I'm going to actually guard the hole until she gets through.
Yeah. I'll take point through them.
Where's my? Really?
Where are my killer robots that I made? I can't find them.
No, I found the
No,
robots.
not these killer robots. I want the other killer robots.
I'm trying to find the initiative rules. Oh, there they are.
Oh, yeah.
Good, because I don't remember.
Make a dex or int check.
Dex.
Both of you. The effect of this check is the initiative for the duration of the combat.
6, 7, 8.
8.
So you both got 8. And where are my peeps? Come on.
Now it's where it makes
Can you grab me another Canada Dry?
Deco.
Can you grab a beer that doesn't have fruit in it? Because I just noticed that one of them had fruit. I was like, bleh. Beer and fruit don't go together.
No, that's a cider.
Yes.
It's very different.
Well, I mean, there is lambics and
Loggers.
Bitters and
Bitters and
stouts.
stouts.
Box.
Porters. Meads.
Sweet
and
and
clear.
clear.
Yeah.
Stouts.
Stouts.
Both
Weizen.
ones.
Which one of these doesn't have fruit?
Ales, brown or pale.
Who wanted?
The same as our tank
You wanted the Diet Coke.
Yes.
Who wanted the?
He did.
none of them have fruit.
Maybe you just like.
I will sit and decide, and they're
There
all
were
3 different
ciders.
varieties.
Maybe you saw the cider.
No, there's one of them that has like passion fruit or something. It's like a Belgian with passion fruit.
There is one that says passion fruit on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm assuming that's the one you didn't want. But
Correct.
And I was like, that's a lot of reading for me to figure out if these are all fruit free.
You can use the cup if you want.
I have a glass.
Stu is looking
Okay.
up information while we are hydrating. And Stu just rolled
Double
dice.
sixes.
Oh, good.
I rolled 2.
Oh, excellent.
So you guys get to. All right, so you guys both come through, and this door opens up, and the thing stands probably about that tall, about 2.5 feet tall, and it's basically sort of like a cylinder, and it has
Oh.
like wheels underneath it.
Oh, Wally.
No, it's just like a cylinder, and it's got sensors. You can see it's got sensors on it,
It's
and
more R2D2.
and it's segmented in various sections, and they kind of start moving around. And you get to do something first if you would like to wait and see if it's friendly. Let me know.
I'm going to take a bead on it with my advanced combat rifle.
Okay. Would you like to shoot it?
I have yes. and it has a scope on it. I'm not sure what that does here, so I'm having to look this all up here. This is the first time I had to fire anything in a long
know
time.
if a scope I don't think a scope helps at this range. I think that extends the range.
And that's fine. I won't.
So you're not going to have a modifier at this point anyway, I'm guessing.
This is pretty much exactly from Aliens.
I'm going to say this
I'm
is
just sitting here reading it. It's got a grenade launcher and stuff on it too. It's crazy.
it's short. I'm going to say this is short range, so you're going to be at a +1.
What?
Nothing to do with you, I promise.
You look guilty. Okay. I'm going to shoot it.
She's making Kimi apple pie in a glass.
She's already giggling.
Oh!
You have shooting things, though, right?
Yeah, but not enough.
What did you roll?
3 + 1 is 4.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
That's a miss. Yeah, 8 is a hit here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
As long as you're aiming that way, not at my ship.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it with my energy weapon.
Okay. What is your energy weapon?
That's a great question.
Do you have one?
I do. Oh, I have a laser pistol.
Okay.
I thought I had like an energy rifle too, but I guess.
Well, I think the ship's loadout has like a laser carbine and a laser rifle.
I think I have a laser carbine.
Yeah, because I have a laser carbine, so if I have one, you definitely need it.
Yeah, so I'll use that one because that one's bigger, right? It sounds bigger.
Sure.
Okay.
The stats are tech level 9 or tech level
Oh.
11. Which one do we have? A 9 or 11?
A 9.
A 9, because the damage is different.
5.
That will miss.
Oh wait, what else do I add? Dex.
You add Dex.
6.
Still misses.
Okay. Closer.
Just for your info, you got a carbine? It's 4d for damage.
Okay.
And it's a 50 ammo magazine.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
That's a hit.
Oh dear.
Who?
Oh.
Against who?
Stork dude.
Now, back suits count as armor,
Yes.
and a back suit, I believe, I'll
It's
look it up.
protection of 8.
Yeah, protection of
Thank
8.
you.
It's like cloth armor, or clothing is the word I'm trying to say.
So
And yet I'm
so
one
the
with
DR is
alcoholic
8
apple pie.
for the
yeah,
for the back
protection
suit.
of the back
So you
suit.
take 7 points of damage. It fires at you and hits you.
Cool.
That's
Right in the
so
torso.
much damage.
That is so much damage.
Did you roll max damage?
No.
Oh God!
I rolled a 5, a 2, a 4, and a 4. I mean, it's
Because you subtract 8 from the damage.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, you took 7, but I rolled 15.
Where are our hit points?
Hit points. You start with your con,
Yeah.
and then when your con reaches 0, then you start with either your Dex or Strength,
So
and then when that
endurance-
reaches 0, you go to the other stat, and when that reaches 0, you're dead. If 2 stats go to 0,
don't
you're
have
unconscious.
con.
I'm sorry, endurance.
Oh,
Endurance.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Great. Not dead yet.
Run into the security room.
I guess we're just going to keep
Oh
going
no,
to
it's
see
coming
where-
out of the security room.
Yeah.
It's like the security room door opens and this thing starts coming out. You guys take a couple pot shots at it, and bzzz.
It was an energy weapon at you?
Yes, it was a laser.
Okay. So I guess we'll shoot at it again.
Okay.
Frickin' lasers.
Freaking lasers on their head. 6,
Ooh.
7,
better.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, that hits.
And this thing does 3D. Eight.
You hit it.
Yeah.
You leave a
can go
scorch
past
mark.
Yeah. No, it's a slug rifle.
Oh,
Wait, it's
okay.
auto though. Auto 3? What does that mean?
Oh, let me look. So for some reason, all of my cool things are missing because I always do that for.
Does that
every
mean
game.
that I get that for? Do I get 3 shots instead of just 1?
No, the way that let me look because the way that works is how well you roll. I believe. What is it? Auto
3.
These weapons fire multiple rounds with every pull of the trigger, filling the air with a hail of fire. A weapon with an auto trait can make attacks in 3 fire modes: single, burst, and full auto. You're probably in burst, I'm assuming,
Okay.
or unless you want to be in full auto.
Full auto.
Okay. Full auto. Make a number of attacks equal to the auto score. So you roll 2 more times. These attacks Can be made against separate targets so long as they're within 6 meters of each other. Full auto uses a number of rounds equal to 3 times the auto score. Now, I believe... I'm just making sure, because on some things there's a penalty for subsequent rolls.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 10 this time.
Okay. And for damage?
Ooh,
13.
Okay.
And I got one more attack. It's an 11, 12,
Well, you're on fire.
Dang.
and 10.
On fire.
What was your first roll?
11. No,
Okay.
13.
Oh, for damage?
damage.
Damage was 8.
Yeah.
So we had 3, and it was
The
8,
first roll was 8.
13, and now 10.
10.
Okay. The middle shot looks like it does something.
Okay.
The first shot and the third shot just kind of... All right.
So just to be clear, we subtract from endurance and then strength and dexterity.
Endurance first, and then either strength or dexterity.
Got it.
And then once that one goes to 0, then the other one.
Okay, got it.
so at that point you're unconscious, correct?
You're unconscious when 2 drop. When
Okay.
3 drop, you're dead.
Got it. Good to know.
It's a deadly little system. It actually was more deadly back in the day. Because I think you only had the one stat, and then it was...
No, it's always been. I think it's always been 3.
3?
I think it's always been 3.
I'm gonna go because does it look like this thing is super fast, like maneuverable, or is it mostly shooty?
It's still approaching you. It's still coming. I mean, because there's basically a largish area, and there's basically like a security office, which is right in the very center of the station. The thing's coming towards you. It's not coming super fast. It's coming at maybe slightly faster than a normal walking speed.
Okay. I'm gonna like rush it and
You're
like
gonna grapple it.
jump over. No, I'm gonna just like try and jump over it, past it, and do like the combat roll to get into this room behind it.
Okay. All right.
Dex.
Do we have an athletics skill? What is
Yes,
it?
we do.
I have
Is it-
athletics dex.
Okay. All right.
Yay!
So you're going to add
Dex
your,
and athletics dex.
and athletics.
Athletic.
Well, there's multiple athletics. There's strength
Yes.
and dex.
Oh, you have dex.
I have both.
Dex is the one you want to use.
Okay, they're both the same. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. So this is feats of dexterity, but I think you'll add your dexterity
To it as
DM
well, yeah.
to it as well.
I'm gonna reroll that one.
So especially since it just ended up like on a corner.
Okay.
9.
Okay. She goes barreling off and jumps over the thing because it's not very tall.
No.
And you're not quite to the security center yet. But you're like you'll be in there next.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do the cool combat roll thing, like from the movies. That means I can't get shot by anything, though.
Okay. No.
Is that how that goes?
I mean, that's totally how that works.
Yeah.
Now you do have you can there are actions you can take, reactions.
Yeah.
Diving for cover.
Diving for cover and diving out of the way.
And diving for cover is something you do after you've been attacked.
Yeah.
And I think
There's a dodge roll, which I use for dex for.
and that just gives a penalty to hit.
Yeah.
And then diving for cover gives them a -2 to hit you, but I think it does something to you too.
Isn't it a negative to shoot down?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
it's a
That's what it
negative,
is. Yeah.
I used that in a couple of the fights before.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely, I think, with the lurkers, ended up
Yeah.
having some situations where people should have.
Oh, it's a DM of
more
-2 for them to hit you and for you to
Hit fire back.
on
Yeah.
a subsequent turn. Right.
Okay.
All right. So you do your tuck and roll, and you fired and did a little bit of damage to it.
Okay.
And now it's shooting you. Now it's going to shoot at you because it's still trying to figure out where she went.
Aha.
6, 7, 8. That will hit.
Okay.
-12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
-8,
-8.
so 8.
Is there any way for us to, like, obviously we can hear things happening.
Yeah, you hear screaming.
No.
And yeah, ACR. Yeah, you hear the report of gunfire.
Cool as a cucumber. 6, 7, 8.
Okay. You make Stork's hair is great.
So 9, which does no damage.
It's DR. I'll tell you now.
Sorry, I have to actually.
It's DR. I'll tell you
Okay,
now.
good.
It's 12.
So 11 will hit.
Yeah.
So I won't give you anything unless it's over 12. So that one is at 11. 9 to hit. That one is 12. So
Which is exactly what it's DR.
so no damage.
Okay, so its DR is 12.
Yes.
Great. Sorry, you said that, and for some reason my brain said 11. And I'm wondering if there's any way. Obviously, we can hear crazy.
Oh, sure.
Doesn't look very stable. Probably
You
not.
hear that?
Well,
Bing, 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 bing,
she's
bing,
like-
bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, like automatic weapon fire. Ugh, I'm hit.
Yeah.
Do you say like, "Hey, I'm gonna go for the room. I'm gonna go for the comm room or security room"?
Probably. I probably shouted something like that, military style.
And is there any way? So I know that the biometric scanner is like, it seems pretty well sealed, but like we have a plasma cutter.
Yeah.
Like cut it open and see if we can hotwire it to like bypass from our side.
Which bioscanner? You've got holes in both doors.
Yes, but like the door that we're closest to would also have a bioscanner.
Yes.
That one.
And what do you want? You just want to like just
Cut it open and see if I can like open up the insides and like hotwire it basically
okay. For what purpose?
to
'Cause there's-
override the security. Like to be like, you know how
okay.
like my idea is that like when you have a car and you accidentally try to open your car without bypassing the alarm system first, and it's
Right.
like and I'm going to wake up the whole neighborhood.
I am being
Right.
stolen.
And then you're like, oh shit, my bee. And you hit the button and
Right.
it stops.
Got it. Okay.
Is
So
my hope.
we want to beep the space
Okay.
station.
Yes. I'm sure there are better ways to describe this.
All right.
Don't have
I'm going
them
to say
at
it's
my
going
disposal.
to it's going to take you probably like
Couple minutes.
yeah, probably like make a dex roll. Just a plain old dex roll.
Okie dokie. That's a 6.
6. What's your dex DM?
0.
6. Okay. So it's going to take you, I'm going to say 10 turns to get the thing out enough to be able to get to it. Because yes, you're probably right. There's probably wiring in there that leads directly to the security system.
Well, I'm going to try to do this.
Okay.
Don't die in the meantime. It's going to take a bit.
And it's now back up to the top of the turn.
Am I fresh or Stork?
You guys are both on 8s. Oh yeah, that's right. You want to make a roll at this point? 'Cause
I'm
you
trying to
guys
figure
are-
out what I want to do.
Make a dex roll so I
dex
know where
roll?
you are
Yeah.
in the. Oh, you should make one too.
That's an 11.
And I have a 8 because, apparently we are a crowd of 8s.
Yeah.
You're all So you get to go, and then everyone else gets to go,
Hooray.
and then the robot gets to go.
Can I diplomat at it?
It doesn't have ears that you can see.
I mean, I would assume it has sensors because it can,
It has sensors, sure.
it can sense where my people are to kill them.
Oh, and yeah, it's got sensors all over it. Yeah, it just doesn't have physical ears on the sides of it. I'm just saying, it was a joke.
Yeah. 'Cause-
I mean,
Wasn't a good one.
lend me your ears.
Right.
all right. Let's go with. I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
That's fine with my laser pistol. That's fine.
Really should have gone down to the hole and got.
Oh,
that
that's an 11 to hit.
Really should have gotten that combat armor. That's probably sitting in lockers down there.
I think I screwed you over. Hold on.
I know you did.
No, I think you get to add the effect. I think you get to add the effect of your your to-hit roll to your damage, if I am correct.
What?
Let me double-check real quick. Because I just noticed you had a big bark and roll.
Mm-hmm.
The effect of the attack roll is always applied to the damage of a weapon unless the weapon is destructive or a weapon is being used on a target of a smaller scale. So the amount by which you make the roll is also added to your damage.
Oh.
I was like an overkill type situation.
It's like if you get a really good roll, you add. If you need 8, you roll a 12. You're going to add 4 to whatever you roll.
Well, I rolled a 12 at one point, so you can add 4 now. But I guess we'll pick it up from now on.
Okay. I'll
Unless you
deduct.
wanna start all
I'm
over
just
again.
going to deduct a little damage
Gotcha.
because I'm going to assume that a couple of those hit.
And I'm basically adding Dex to my gun to combat roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Dex and
Unless
your
you have
and
gun combat.
Oh, I do have gun combat 1, but is it
you add that
plus
and
the
your
plus
Dex.
So it's 12.
So you rolled a 12.
Yep.
So you're adding 4 to your damage roll.
Okay. Ah, no, come back. All right. Well, you're a traitor. You can go away. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Oh, 13.
1 point of damage to it.
Okay.
Haha. You're gonna go. Away.
Oh!
So am I next?
Well, yeah, all of you are next because you all rolled an 8.
I'm busy. So is this turn 2 or turn 1?
This would be turn 2.
9.
So you add 1 to your damage roll.
Oh, yeah.
12.
Who are you, and what have you
16.
done with Stork?
16 points of damage.
16. All
Not
right.
that I'm complaining. We're fine with it, but
Yeah.
17.
I'd like to know your
That's
17?
a miss.
Plus 1. Yeah, you've got the plus 1.
17?
17.
Okay.
That was a miss. On my next one.
Exterminate!
An 8. An 8 on my last hit. Is that a hit?
That was your
An
dam?
8?
8 is exactly a hit. You don't get to add anything.
13.
There's 1 point.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're making some progress.
Also, yes. I mean, it's a cross
Sodium
between R2D2.
carbonate!
This is a cross between R2D2 and a Dalek.
Yep.
It just happens to be the sounds we have on the soundboard. We don't
I
have
love
RTD.
this.
You're next.
I love this.
Interpolate! Extrapolate! Hashtag Gamergate!
This is obviously very old.
Oh!
It's a long.
it was
back when
timely,
that was
yeah.
a thing.
Well, unfortunately,
Invertebrate!
My God. I mean, it's definitely like, now it should just be Comicscape.
yeah.
Right.
Now it's, oh, God, those people on the internet. Okay. I'm rolling to dive into the...
Okay.
The,
All right.
Yeah.
That would be athletics, dexterity, again.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You do so.
So I'm now in the security booth.
It's an office.
Office.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 4 doors.
And there's a big red off button that says, Riley, push this.
No, there
Everything
is
will
not.
get better.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Although
start.
you can see that the computers are all like booting up at this point.
Okay.
So I heard that noise again.
I pushed the thing in because
Okay.
I pushed. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna. I guess that'll be my next turn. So
Okay.
I'm scanning for.
You've gone. You're cutting.
Busy.
Oh, it gets to go.
No. We've
Yeah.
decided that
No.
we don't appreciate that.
That will hit. Oh no, that's 8. Your DR is 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're good.
Speak.
All right. And back up to the top.
Yep. I'm gonna do the shot at him. No, it's 6. Oh, it is. Yeah, 8.
Okay.
8 even. So no adding, but we'll see what we get. No, that's only 8.
Okay.
We're seriously a party of 8s.
Yep.
That's a miss. That's also a miss. That's a hit.
Okay.
Yay!
No bonuses. 8, 9, 10. So that's no damage.
Clink. There's a computer there.
Okay.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
So can I roll my electronic sensors to try and get the sensors to see us not as...
Ooh, that's a stretch. Do you have computers?
No.
I have computers.
Well,
I do too, but I'm busy.
I have remote ops. Can I turn off?
Remote ops?
I think so. Sensors, remote, ops.
Could be operations.
Operation of things
Why didn't you
remotely.
list the apocalypse cloak in our list of bonuses to start with?
So maybe I can use that to shut down the robot.
That's a sensor thing? I don't know what that is.
That's
I'm looking it up right
electronics.
now. I saw it earlier.
It's
Oh,
not
it's under
sensors,
electronics?
It's electronics. It's separate than my sensor skill.
So it's electronics, and what was it called? Remote ops.
Remote-
Using...
Yeah.
You don't have that.
Use telepresence
I
to remotely
do.
control drones.
You've gotta
missiles,
pick something
robots, and
else.
Other
Why
devices.
do-
That's a psionics. That's a psionic skill.
Oh, it is?
You're using telepresence to remotely control drones,
No.
missiles, robots, and other devices.
Using a mining drone to excavate an
Oh,
asteroid.
that's not. No, I'm sorry. I misread it. But that's basically.
No, it isn't.
To handle
It's not. It's not.
It's not tele.
It
not
isn't. It's not.
psionics.
I misread it as
psionic.
telepathy.
No.
But
It's basically running running robots.
It's
and
exactly
stuff.
what it is.
yeah,
No, it's exactly what that is.
It's like, hey, droids are my thing.
It says,
I'm gonna
it says
give you-
drones and robots right
right.
there.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to say because it's a secure system. Your DM's 10.
Okay. That's cool. I only
Or-
have it in 0. I don't have a 10 of it.
You know what? Let's use the Bane rules instead of that. Let's just have it be a Bane.
Okay, so I roll
So
3
you're gonna
dice
need an
and take
8.
the lowest.
And you're going to take the two
Two low-
lowest
of
of
the
the
three.
3 dice.
Oh.
That's a 4.
Now we're doing it.
Okay.
So you're working on it.
Okay.
All right. Have all 3 of you? You're still cutting. This is turn 3.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Top,
I'm wondering if I should just give up because,
Oh, it's going to be
it
awesome.
will
Once
be
she
over
hacks
or
in,
dead
you're gonna
by the time I get through this.
well, you can see.
But I have no skills that would help her with the computers because I just have comms.
Right. You'd shoot at it. You have a gun.
I do have one in gun combat, but
You have a better gun than I do.
You actually don't.
True.
You actually don't need the skill in order to do it here. You're just.
You have it at DM -3, which makes it.
with an 8 to
But
hit.
you have
and
a
then plus
1,
all the things.
so that actually makes it. If you actually have a 1
And
and
what's
not a
your?
0,
Do you have a Dex mod?
that's really good.
Did you have a Dex?
No,
So that's a +1.
I'm smart. I was educated.
You have a very
What?
average chance of hitting every time.
She has gun combat at 1 and not 0. She actually has a more than average chance.
Yeah, that means she needs to only roll a 7, which is the average roll. Let me have him shoot though. 6. That will hit.
Wait. Oh, you mean you didn't? You rolled a 6 plus the
Plus
things.
his it's stuff. I said his. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
So I got 1 point.
Who's it gonna die? That'll be fine.
Might. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know where he is. Stork's
I'm down to still. I've got 1 point of endurance still. I'm
Oh,
not even
you do?
at
Okay.
strength or dex yet.
Okay. So now it's at the top of the round, Milo.
All right. I don't know any computers. I'm going to keep shooting.
Okay.
Nope. That's a big old nope.
11 hits.
That's a +3.
Yes. 6.
13.
Yeah. Thought it wasn't going to make any damage at all. All right, 15 would do it. 9 hits.
+1.
10. This is no
Wait,
damage.
no, that's well.
It was a 3
I mean,
and a
it's
2.
still. So that's an 11. So it still misses.
Yeah.
8. Come on. Let's get all 6s this time. That's not all 6s.
It's 12.
It's a 12. So that
That's
would,
exactly. Yeah.
it's,
Compute.
I'm gonna keep trying to figure out these. Can I do that again
Sure.
next round? And I'm still at disadvantage or whatever you called it, Bane.
Yes.
Damn it. 7. Super
Plus-
close. Oh no.
What you have? What's your
0. 7.
And int?
That's 7. Still 7.
So still 0. Okay.
I feel like I'm figuring it out, though, slowly but
So
surely.
this is 5 or 4? 5?
4.
4. Okay.
Which is where I'm like, okay, no, really, everyone will either be dead or I'm just going to shoot at it, I guess. 'Cause
Okay.
with 10 rounds of cutting through this thing, it's like,
Right.
I'm giving up.
You're almost halfway through.
I'm not even halfway through. Oh, I'm thinking about this. Fuck this. Sorry, excuse my language.
It's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Every podcast is labeled as explicit language.
Good.
Whether it's in it or not. That's you have
7 misses.
you don't have the dex mod. Okay.
Well, it's just as useful as me cutting through the
Oh yeah, that will hit.
Yeah.
15.
Jesus.
So you're subtracting 8, so you have 7 left.
Okay, so
you
I'm
drop-
out of endurance.
You're out of endurance, and then you start taking off of either strength or dex.
So strength is at a 7. So I took -1. So you told me 7.
7 total.
So that takes my strength at -6, or strength at 1.
So you're not quite unconscious.
1 point, and he's unconscious.
Well, that would still be 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 2.
Once it hits 0,
2 stats.
I would say
yeah, 3 stats kills you.
Okay.
I have medic points.
Uh-huh.
Come back here so I can fucking heal you.
Well, we got to get rid of this thing first. No, I'll just be unconscious until my dex gets to 0, right?
Until all 3 stats are 0,
Right.
you're unconscious.
So right now I only have 2. I only have 1 stat at 0.
Right.
I think
And
what
1 stat
you
at
said
1.
before-
One stat at
look,
1.
What you said before was 2 stats was 0 and 3 stats was dead.
Two
I mean,
stats.
2 stats was unconscious and 3 stats was dead.
Yes. So he'll be unconscious
In
with
the
1
next
more
hit.
point of damage. Assuming I don't roll enough damage to drop his 3rd stat to 0 as well.
Right? I'm the only one hitting it so far, so if you want me to stop, I can stop. But I'm the only one hitting it so far.
Well, he hit it once.
Here once.
I hit it.
Oh, you want to do your...
Yeah, I'm going to roll to do the thing again. Oh, fucking A. Nope.
How's it
Alright.
going in there, Riley?
I know what happened to Stork's die rolls.
Ah.
You want to shoot again?
I am the new Stork.
Sure.
No. Ooh.
Pew!
It's
And
a
then-
6.
Yeah, you need to buy some new dice.
I mean, this guy is...
Oh, that will definitely miss. So he missed.
Hooray.
Did I not get a
Milo,
roll? Why did you go twice? I just got...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did we
I skipped
skip
you.
over some
I
stuff?
skipped you. Go ahead and shoot him.
We're still counting that failure.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
6, miss. Miss.
6. 7.
7, miss.
Okay.
We're still counting that failure.
We're still
right
counting
over
his
here.
failure. Now back to mine.
How's it going in there, Riley?
Not great. If you're just in a shooting match, and you might want to find some cover.
Well, do you need any help?
If you could get here, that would be great.
Mm,
Keep it busy.
well, I've got...
Can he talk me through it? Like, can he assist me that way by on the comms? If I'm like, well, I'm looking at a controller with blah blah blah, would he be able to
Maybe.
Let's give it a shot.
I'm going to go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a DM 10 because
Okay.
you're not there. So you're trying to talk someone through something that you may not really have a real firm idea what you're doing anyway.
Okay.
But you at least have a little more.
Do you have remote ops do that?
Can I post
No,
an
I have
Instagram
comms,
picture of the
or computers.
console?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I was like,
All right.
no, you have computers.
Computers,
Well,
education, or intellect?
Which one's
I would say whichever was higher.
Great. Education. Thank you.
Oh, that's a double 1. I'm sorry.
Do I get to do? I don't think I get to do something with that roll. If I recall correctly.
Hit
I mean,
me
it's not
any key.
PDTA. It's not a hard move
Yeah.
thanks to the
Oh.
failure, thank goodness.
Files are in the computer.
It's like, nope, I got nothing.
I just want to double check to make sure that
yeah.
because I might get like
And you two are banished?
the good stuff.
Run out of dice.
And you're banished, and you're banished, and you're banished. Everyone gets banished. Oh, you also have evil dice. They're pretty.
All right.
Oh, they're Celtic. Look, it's like Rooney.
Pretty.
It's really hard to read sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't use them often, but at this point, come on.
Running out of.
Bringing out the second string.
Stu once again with his amazing dice rolls. He's rolling hella damage and he hasn't missed yet.
No, I missed the
It's
last
once.
time.
Oh, did you miss once?
The last
Just
time.
missed you.
Oh, that's right. Just now.
It looks to be using some sort of electricity. I didn't see anything.
Like I said, hit the any key.
Hit escape. Hit escape.
I know everyone who rolled an 8 for their initiative may go.
Oh, good. That's everybody right.
Yes, that's,
That's the rest of it?
yes.
All right, I'm gonna do the thing again.
I'm gonna guess that didn't.
3. There's 1 6.
One of them was a 6
Yeah.
was the issue.
All right. Oof.
8.
Yay.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's much better. 14.
14.
14?
Yeah, right. So, bonuses.
Okay. Oh, come on, pen. These are supposed to
10.
be good pens.
Nice.
That'll be +2.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh!
Boom.
It says 17.
17? Oh. Boom. Thing falls over.
Oh, thank you.
On your computer monitor right now, it's saying it's now sending combat bots from other floors.
Right.
It's summoning them.
Uh,
There's like 9 on this ship.
yeah. Well, we've got to remove our asses. They're sending other ones, and it looks like there's like 8 or 9 more of these things on their way.
You also happen to be sitting at the computer console you would use to control these things.
You have time right now.
And you have the skill to do it.
Right.
You have time right now.
Am I now not at disadvantage?
You are
Right.
now not at
That's what I was
disadvantage
gonna
because
say.
you are no longer under pressure.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to not shitty. Hopefully. 6, 7. No, just 6.
Yeah.
Is there any way, like, for me to use my investigate cell or anything to, like,
So-
look for a fucking manual?
I mean, you guys
for
can come
these?
up here now. You
Hold
guys
on,
can
yeah,
join
yeah.
me.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to grab this plasma torch from her, and I'm going to walk to the other door in the security room and start welding it shut.
Oh, very good. Okay. All right.
Also, are there any, like, handy dandy manuals?
Of course.
And I'm assuming
There's
this
manuals
welding
everywhere.
torch looks exactly like the ones in Alien with a little.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put like a little 2 or 3 inch bead on it for now.
Doesn't take
That
much.
was not helpful. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Is there another
You have
security?
3 doors. You have
I mean, it
3
was
other
3
doors besides the one you're
Perfect.
coming out of.
So I'm doing the one first.
Okay.
It was a 6, basically, for investigate to see if a manual would help you.
Yeah. Milo, do you want to come take a look at this?
Yeah, I'd be much happier to see it in person.
Then you also notice that there are 4 elevators. There's sort of like a large area, sort of like an atrium as you come in off of
Do
the
I hear
things.
them engaging?
Well, you could. There's motion. I mean, you can. There's noise now. There wasn't before.
Well, what we can do is we can seal ourselves into this room until she can actually turn them off, right?
sure. You can absolutely
We'll
do that. Okay.
Are you joining us?
I mean, I failed at my thing.
All right, that was even better. That's an 8, 9, 10 for computers.
Okay.
To help her.
All right. So now
to
I'm going to
check-
give you a bonus.
Okay.
I'll give you a boon.
A boon, so I roll the 3 and take the 2 highest.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Yes, there we
11.
go.
All right.
Oh, thank
It's always the
goodness.
one little dice that kept
So
fucking
you
me
can't
over.
control them, but you found the stand down
Okay.
option.
Okay.
Yeah, throw the off switch.
So basically, all the 4 elevators come up to this floor and open up, and there's like inert combat bots in each one, just sitting there.
I'm gonna close the doors to the elevators.
Okay.
Just because I don't like them looking at
See,
me.
it's so creepy. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, we did it. Okay. Good job,
I
Stork.
mean, y'all
Not
did
dying.
it. Y'all did it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut through the weld I just did.
Right.
And then I'm going to go limp to
Okay.
the medic.
I
All
mean,
right.
or I could just roll to help you.
That you're the medic. That's what he was talking
I
about.
like 2 crows.
I mean, I was in here.
Okay.
I have medic skill.
Okay. It's like that little meme somebody made. I'm going to get my medic set.
It's an 8.
Okay.
All right.
And I think what does it give
Wait,
you?
it,
I think
what skill do I add to medic, actually?
Probably
'Cause I don't
education.
have
what
I would guess.
stat?
Yeah.
You're going to add EDU.
it. Okay, so that's a 10.
The
So maybe I
patient
can't hit
regains
anything
lost
for shit,
characteristics
but I can
points
help you.
equal to the effect. So you get 2 points.
She rolled a 10.
I
10.
rolled a
10.
10.
The effect is 2.
Okay.
So you get 2 points.
Congratulations. You're not
So
quite as dying.
So I'm at 5 now. 5 strength. And 0 endurance. Ugh. Yeah, page 79. I have it written down here because it's me. Page 79, heal.
Well, we did have that entire animation that someone made
Yes,
about this
exactly
exact situation.
So,
Reach into my pocket. No.
No. I'm still dying.
Reach into my pocket. Also no.
I'm still
and you
never
hear,
going to do that.
You hear, oh, that was hysterical. That was,
So as you're running over to him, like, reach into my pocket.
no.
Grab me my beer. Also no. Fine, I'll do it myself.
You hear,
It's just the expression.
you hear two crows, like, a ways away. Think, anyone hurt?
Yes.
Is anyone going to shoot at me if I come out?
Not yet.
Can you bring us some beer
Is that
with
a
you?
threat?
No, it's not about threats. It's about, like, combat robots.
It's safe. You should be fine.
Bring the doctor.
And
He
some
is
beer.
the doctor.
No, the other doctor, the one who's supposed to come to the ship to do her research.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
right. Okay.
Hutchinson.
And some
Okay.
beer.
Damn.
It's a PhD versus an MD.
I feel attacked. The faster she gets here and does her shit, the faster we can leave the crazy robot area.
All right.
Everybody in unison. I know that. That was amazing. Okay.
So he comes up, throws one of your arms over his neck, and kind of helps limp you back to the med bay.
Basically, everyone but us is a doctor. You
Right.
have to be more specific.
I am the only captain.
Like, just bring the lady doctor.
Oh God, I'm not going to say that.
Do
Sorry, I was watching MacGyver and there was a lady general.
Fireball?
Fireball.
He's got Fireball.
Please bring the PhD with you, MD.
You want to try one of the fancy med bays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's do this thing.
It might just be a different paint job. I don't know.
Yeah, me either.
All right, he throws you in one. You'll be in there for a while. He hands you a beer before you go.
Oh, yeah, too close.
So the doctor comes over. And
Which one?
Dr. Hutchinson.
Okay.
I don't think Two Crows is actually a physician.
In your faces.
Let me look.
I mean, we've been treating
no,
this
he's like
one
a
this
bio-
whole time.
Medic and xenologist and biologist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was I know
So
the person
he
you
may have it. He probably has a doctorate in something, but it
Yeah.
may not be medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just know the person who made him likes to play healers. So
Oh, then maybe
I
he's
had
a
a feeling.
physician
With the
first.
biology and medic
Hey,
together.
I'm just
you know?
saying, like, once we finally get Adam in here to play his character.
Yeah. Eventually.
There's not an actual like doctor skill. Like
No.
medic is as close as you get, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I'm actually looking it up right now. So
Wait,
anyway.
if Two Crows is a xenobiologist,
Yes.
is he on the side of the International Society as he does biologist?
No,
Or is
no,
he
no,
on
no.
the side of the association?
He's
of
the
xenobiologists?
Association of Xenobiology.
So they're both PhDs, is what you're telling me. There's no.
I mean, Two Crows might be a doctor first and then a PhD.
Wait,
How many
later.
points does he have in medic?
I have no idea.
Because that'll actually make him a doctor, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't made him as a character.
All right.
Get your boyfriend in here.
okay.
He has work to do.
So she comes over, and
on that actually.
she says, I know there are supplies here, so you can probably leave me here.
All right. Where should we go?
This is going to take me some time.
We need the information you're going to dig up here to solve this situation.
This might take me months.
We better get started then.
You know, when it takes 2 weeks to travel from one point to another, months actually isn't that long a time.
We're like,
When this one
Well,
is in
depends on
some
what-
kind of med pod for an unknown amount of time.
It depends on the jump number of your ship too.
Yep. We just upgraded.
legitimate salvage.
Also, we need to like figure out like
Look, if the GM says it's legitimate salvage, I'm not going to argue with him.
I know, right? We just need to like
that's not a
basically
trick.
give our ship a paint job so that we don't get
And ruin the stealth
murdered.
capabilities?
No, we just need to make it so we don't get murdered as soon as we jump into
Not a
known
stolen
space.
ship is the name.
Yeah, basically.
Written in crayon.
It's painted in black. We'll put it in a slightly darker black.
All right. More black than black. Hot
How
black.
much more black could it be? And the answer is none.
None.
None more black.
And I'm the one who's been
This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, we should at least. God damn it. Okay. All right, we should at least stay until we know the station is safe and locked down. Right now, it's a bit of a precarious safety situation. The bots are in a stand down, but they're not under our control. So maybe you should get started with your research, and we'll see if we can get things a little bit shored up for you.
Okay.
Also, yes.
If you can make it so that I can control them, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, space them. But it would be handy if I had them in case,
Right.
someone that comes back here and says,
looking
hey.
for their ship.
Yeah, I mean, you are going to be studying the most dangerous thing in the galaxy and the universe, probably. So it might be nice if you have a couple things protecting you.
Well, let's get started, shall we?
Yes.
Put flames on the sides. Says droid R.
Makes it go faster.
It's totally how that
Those
works.
are racing stripes. That works.
Flames on the side is nitro.
Yeah.
Also makes it go faster, but only for a very short amount of time before it burns out.
Racing stripes are permanent. Faster.
And doesn't nitro fuck up your carburetor?
Listen,
I mean, it fucks up a
she's
lot
the one
of
that's
things.
rebuilt a Mustang in your garage. Is it a Mustang?
Cuda.
Kuda.
Gesundheit.
Fair Cuda.
Midnight Blue?
No, it's like baby blue.
I remember it was blue.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys want to try to reprogram
Yeah.
them? Okay.
And we're going to take our time.
Yeah, maybe get the station at least somewhat livable so she's not,
Right.
squatting.
Okay. So go ahead and make your
Like, I
computer-
can investigate the other ship.
which?
What'd you say? Brittany?
Go on and then
Traitorous dice.
Oh, I was going to give you a boon
Oh, good.
because you have a lot of time.
God bless you for that
but
boon.
don't re-roll the other two. Just roll
okay.
the one.
That was 5. That was 5, whatever that.
Yeah, it was. 10.
Okay, so well, it's a boon, so it would be 8, 9, 10. So 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I roll 2?
Sure.
Okay. With a boom.
Yeah. You get all the time in the world at this point. As far as you know.
You want to try my dice? It can't be any worse.
I keep
It
switching.
can't be any worse.
No.
can't they though?
No, that was
Okay.
1 point away from a
Here's
epic
what
fail.
here's what you've managed to do. You have set the system up so that the combat droids will not recognize Dr. Hutchinson as a threat and will basically just ignore her.
Okay.
But once you flip the on switch and the robots come back to are powered back up, anyone else they're going to shoot at,
Including us.
including you. So that's what your great success and your terrible failure. That's the in between point
right.
you're able
That's
to
fair.
come to,
So I will instruct her on how to flip them back on so we don't have to be on there to flip it back on.
and maybe back off too.
Yeah, maybe back off as well.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to investigate what looks to be our new ship.
Okay, using the database on the station.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that it's docked here, that there'll be some information on the station about this ship.
Yep. That's a 7.
8, 9, and then would it be education or intellect?
Probably intellect.
Okay, so that's a 10.
10. Okay. You find absolutely nothing on this ship at this station, and that does strike you as remarkably unusual. You would think there would be at least some mention, maybe even in like the data on what has docked and what has left, and there is zero.
Wow.
Absolutely
Somebody
nothing.
has scrubbed everything about the ship from the station.
Or there was never any information on the station about the ship.
Perhaps the ship was built at the station. We should explain why there's no information about it.
If the ship was built at the station, there'd be a massive amount of information.
Unless they
on
wiped it.
Unless it was wiped.
Well, you made a
But it
good
sounds
roll.
like-
This is not wiping. There was
never
last
any
time-
information to begin with.
Your belief is the last time there was a human in here to update
There
the
was not
computer
a ship.
system, there was no ship here.
Oh.
This ship was docked here after the station was shut down. Excuse me.
Problematic.
Yes.
Problematic for the people who left the ship here.
And in a way, problematic for us, but we'll have time to figure out exactly who we're appropriating from once we get along. But really, someone has been here and is using this as kind of a shipyard, if you will.
But where do they go?
Since the station has been decommissioned.
All right, but where did they go then?
Bless you. I'm not sure. There's, like I said, literally no information on this ship at this station. So I would have to attack it from the ship side.
Right, but I mean, the ship didn't even have like a captain's code in there. It was brand new as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe it was scrubbed. Maybe.
I mean, it's possible that the ship was scrubbed so that it was like they used it had a captain or whatever, or it had a crew set up in its database to get it here, and then all of that was rebooted before it was put into storage. I would have to look at the ship to find that out.
All right. We should definitely get that settled before we leave the doctor here.
Just a thought. Perhaps whoever left the ship here may have left some way to track the ship in case anything were to happen to it. Perhaps we should scrub the ship.
Like people to come along and find it and make off with it.
Right.
Seems like a bad idea to put a transponder on your stealth ship, though.
Now,
Not if you're the one who wants
If
to make
you
it find
own
it.
it.
the ship does have a transponder on it. All ships have transponders.
Mm-hmm.
This transponder is programmable, which is something that outside of the military is highly illegal.
So you can spoof anybody's...
Yes, as far as transponders go, you can make this ship look like a tramp steamer or, a freaking huge capital ship or anything in between.
This thing just gets better and better.
Now, that doesn't mean that radar signatures or sensor signatures are going to display that, but just as far as a transponder, which is basically just the code of the registration number of the ship or the VIN number of the ship, is what gets transmitted.
Oh, then.
I'm gonna just do like a sweep of the station,
Okay.
seeing what else I find, see if there's anyone there, seeing if there's bodies somewhere,
Okay.
something else. I feel like that's investigate, but I mean, it's also like tactics military, maybe. Like, I feel like I'm more sweeping it for danger than like trying to investigate
Okay.
where people went.
That's fine.
Does that make
Tactics
sense?
is
Okay.
fine.
5, 6, 7, and then what would I add to that?
Int, probably.
Yeah, 7.
7. You're looking around. There's no bodies or anything like that here at
Okay.
all. You don't see any sign of any sort of combat. There's no laser burns on the walls or anything.
Okay,
And Hutchinson tells you that the station was shut down and put in mothballs.
great. But I'm just like, since this ship got left here,
Right.
I'm just,
She has no
Untrusting.
freaking clue about that as well.
yeah.
She's very confused as to why there would be a ship here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like something small, but certainly not.
I forget.
Maybe an old frigate, but certainly not this.
Yeah.
Because we can leave her with an encryption code so that she can send any information she gets to us. That's not just open for everybody to see.
She has a problem with that. And that is, you guys are nowhere near the X-boat systems. She has no way of contacting you.
Mm.
If she were to send a radio transmission to Terra, it would take a year to get there.
Right. Well, you gave us a couple months for you to hopefully figure something out. Any chance you can narrow that down? 6? 8, 2.
Maybe check back in 4
months. Well then.
I think, Shari, you should,
Well, are you leaving your other ship here?
No, we're building a fleet.
we are an armada.
Oh, you're bucking for Commodore.
Well, I mean, the Vanguard is going to be the capital ship.
Yeah. Think how big the hat will be then.
The feather in that cap.
and the shoulder things with the little
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
I mean, the look that literally everyone just gave you when you're like, well, you're leaving your other ship. It's like, no.
You mean evidence? You mean Exhibit A?
Also, any way for you to leave this station.
Well, if I have a breakthrough, it would allow me to. It would allow me to get to a system with a expo system.
Well, Shari, do you want to take a look and see what the records of the new ship say first before we...
I would like some time to spend on the new ship to investigate more on there. Make sure that we know all the ins and outs of it before we go traipsing across the universe.
Not that we have anywhere to go.
Can we say that we just take a week or two and learn about the ship and see
Yeah,
what
well, I figured we'll probably end it here because it's 7:30 now. So
Okay.
we'll probably end
But
it.
before we go, I do want you to do your rolls for seeing if the ship was scrubbed or what the deal was with that.
Yeah. If the ship itself has any more information, now that we have all the codes and we're in it.
Okay.
Since we can tell the station wasn't scrubbed, we want to see if the ship was.
Right.
It's a 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. It looked. You can't tell exactly what's happened, but it does look like going through log files and stuff like that. That at some point someone did a complete memory wipe of the ship.
Interesting.
Does anyone have any kind of physical investigation, recon kind of situation where we could find
Yeah, but
any
I'm
fingerprints or
in an
anything?
oxygen tank.
He's in a. Med-
You're in a medical bay.
Yeah.
Do not have recon.
Nope.
Or investigate.
I have 0 in investigate.
There you go.
I mean,
Let's give it a shot.
I would say it's better than nothing.
Yep.
Because it is.
Yeah.
That's an 8 plus. What am I adding? Intellect, maybe?
yes, probably
9.
Okay. And what are you asking at this point? I'm sorry.
Fingerprints, anything?
Oh,
any
actually,
traces?
physical
Yeah, any
things.
physical
Okay.
traits of anybody.
Yes, you find fingerprints on the buttons and the consoles, and handprints all over the place, and even some of the hand scanners on some of the other staterooms have remnant fingerprints on them. You find stuff all over the place.
Would you have the ability to lift those fingerprints? Maybe we can
I
cross-reference
should.
them. Great.
I think that's investigate as well,
Great. Because I have a 2 at investigate.
and you have a lot of time. So add a die and take the highest two.
Thank goodness. It's a 6, 7, 8, 9 with my intellect.
So there, at one point, let me find it again.
My dice have been very average today. Which, is great when I'm
Must be
with
nice.
a nice skill.
Well, I mean, mine have averaged out.
Yeah. I don't like mine hit.
Well, you had the Bane for 4
that's
rounds.
Yeah, actually that third dice kept being pretty high. Actually, it probably was pretty average.
There were at one you don't know who any of these people are because you don't have that sort of database, but you found finger or palm prints for 12 distinct people.
Is there any way in the system to tell how many souls were ever aboard the ship? Was there a ship manifest or ship?
You can probably get 2 crows involved if you want to scan for DNA and stuff like that.
What's the minimum crew to run this ship?
Is it 4?
Bridge crew is 3 if you're using the stealth suite, and then 1 engineer, or 2 so 5 total. 2 engineers, and then 3 in the bridge. That's your minimum crew. But in a naval ship, you're going to have some Marines, you're going to have a medic, stuff like that.
Well, yeah, we've got time. Let's let Two Crows do some.
So are we even able to run the ship?
I mean, it's a
We
little.
have like 9 people because we've got,
Oh, yeah.
or not, no, 8 people because we have our
Well, you
4
might have more
crew
than that.
members. We have our 4 named crew members, and we have the 4 of us.
Yeah.
You may even have a couple more. I mean, those are the 4 names that we got from the chat room.
Okay.
So chat room, if you want it next week or today, if you want to come up with a couple more names
Yeah.
and positions, no stealth engineers.
Also, I feel like engineering is full up.
Yes.
Like we're gonna
There's a lot
need
of
some.
that.
Is it you rattling dice? I keep hearing it through my ears.
I'm going to make Two Crows
okay.
roll.
All right.
There you go.
And he's rolling, well, this would be what? Probably biology, I guess?
Yeah, or
Or,
medical.
or investigate
Or
or,
science.
medical or science of some sort, depending on what science he has.
So that laugh of how high
Oh.
It was a 3. He only rolls high when it's death robots.
He's busy.
Well, when I get out, I can help.
Wait, wouldn't he roll with a boon because
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
giving it like 2 weeks?
that's
6,
better.
7. Okay, that would be a success.
Go.
It looks like there's a lot of DNA evidence on this ship. Probably 25 or 30 people total.
Oh wow.
Distinct people from the DNA evidence.
Wow.
Okay, so we can log all of this until we get to a place where we can run it all.
Right.
Basically, until we get to a planet that has Wi-Fi for us to leech off of.
Can I also
Where's near Starbucks?
can I also just do a scan with
Space bucks. What?
can I think Starbucks is appropriate.
Right.
It's already been used though.
I know.
It's star credits. Get it right.
Quasar bucks.
Can I use the scanners on this ship, which I'm assuming are more powerful than ours?
These are military grade scanners.
Yeah.
Yes.
To scan not the station this time, but like the as far as I can in the surrounding space.
Yes, but having been a naval officer, you also know that when using active scanners is going to announce your presence to anyone who might be around. You can use like passive sensors to check for something, which isn't as if someone's really trying to hide, there's less of a chance you're going to catch them. Scanners is going to catch everyone, except maybe for stealth. You don't really know yet. You don't know what the capabilities of the ship are, but. I mean, you could make either roll, but with the scanner roll, there's a chance if there is someone out there that you're going to alert them to your presence.
I'm going to ask the group then. So, I feel like, I mean, it might be that the people from the ship might be waiting somewhere nearby. If I use the active scanners, they're going to pick it up fast, but the chances are they already know we're here and are watching us. But
I feel like if they knew we were here, they'd be here.
And this ship has been here a while.
Like
They
we've
didn't
been here
just
for
drop
a
it off.
week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh,
like,
you can probably tell that the command to wipe the computer systems is like maybe 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
And the ship has been here for quite some time. So
Even if
they set up like a radio station, like a monitoring station,
we have weeks.
yeah, we got time.
So you're saying that I should use the passive scanner so we stay hidden?
Yes.
I would have thought exactly the opposite. Just by the conversation you guys just
I will 100% always go with the most stealthy method. Like, yes.
Yeah, sensors, no one can detect you. That's basically you're just turning on antennas to basically pick up what's out there.
Right.
You're picking up electromagnetic radiation from whirring motors and power plants and things like that.
Would
You
we
can
pick
go ahead
up
and
like bodies floating in space?
No.
Okay.
Unless they were very recently thrown out there and they're still emitting heat.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Because at this point,
We're morbid.
Yeah.
yes, at this point, all you're doing is you're collecting what's being emitted from your surroundings.
All right. Well, I'll do passive first.
Okay.
Well, I'm just writing notes to myself
6, 7, 8,
for when we do the
9.
next session.
Apart from the station, there's not a sausage.
Because I could see you guys pulling away while I'm still in med bay and sucking everybody out of
We're
the...
gonna be here. We have already like taken up 2 weeks of time. So like,
Well,
if not more.
If it's 2 weeks, you're out.
So like,
I'm
you're
gonna-
definitely out
you're-
by the time
and
we.
I want
healed
to
up.
fix the doors,
Okay.
and then I want to go down to the armaments and see if they have any combat armor.
Oh, we'll leave that for next time.
Yay! All right.
Yes, please, Vesa, stop dying.
And by the way, I just double checked this. Anybody that has the back suit skill can use combat armor.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
Nice.
why I took
So if it
can't-
has more than
You can't use battle dress, but you can use. I think
I
battle dress
think you
is its
can.
own skill. I think battle dress is its own skill.
We'll figure it out for next
Yeah.
time.
It isn't.
Yeah.
You
All
sure?
right, thank you for checking in, and we
Is it
didn't
not?
do a too bad of job of remembering what happens. We
Yeah.
jumped right back in, so I was very excited.
I watched a whole episode yesterday.
Yeah,
It
that's
helped
good.
a
It was
little.
But you were the only one. Like, let's be real.
Clearly.
It was on the docket. And
I
then
basically
things
wanted to
happened.
make sure that I didn't say anything that wasn't true.
Great. It's
From
important
before.
in
We
an
should, maybe that
investigation
should be
game.
like a thing that we always do, but whatever.
I was too busy trying to set that for SPRs.
Well, and it's usually yes, high five. It's usually less difficult when it's only 2 weeks. Which, by the way, it's only 2 weeks until this game plays again. If you tune in next Sunday, you will see our Call of Cthulhu game, which is Murmurs at the Abyss.
And we got a very exciting episode 1.
Yeah, it will be our first episode of that game. So we did character creation last time. So check out our
Awesome.
schedule at
And a
Happy
little
Jacks.
prequel.
Yes, happyjacks.org/schedule to see all the games that are coming up. We have a couple of games that are switching spots and stuff right now. Check out happyjacks.org/forum to hang out with other jackers and us and talk about games and a
And
bunch
tell
of
us
other stuff.
everything that we did wrong today.
Yes, which is usually
We know you want to.
Yes. So we will see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.